Welcome everyone, this is 3 Times Faster, the podcast of random stuff, let's say. Episode 11, or episode 7.
Oh, you had to make that.
Oh, I had to, guys. Right.
You Slevin, because I know you as Rusty.
Exactly.
I'm Rusty, apparently, again. I'm joined by mild internet celebrity Maxon. No, not you, Miles.
Oh, you, Miles.
You're non-internet celebrity at the moment.
Then went internet celebrity, and I was like, okay.
No, you're Max is mild internet celebrity. You're like a non-celebrity. You're triple Z list. Miles, you're triple Z list at the moment. Wow. Get that channel up, and then maybe we can talk about upgrading you to just a Z list.
Being part of a YouTube web series, you know.
Oh snap! We're gonna bring that up. I thought we were gonna hold on to that bit.
No, that'll be next week.
Yeah, that is next week's. We'll tell you about that.
Exciting news.
Exciting news. We're gonna hold on to that information. Maybe you should watch the whole show and find out.
All right, maybe like hold on to the end.
Mhm.
Find out this time on Dragon Ball Z.
No, they might skip to the end. We'll tell you at a random time, so you cannot skip.
Ah, I like the idea.
Unless Rusty adds an annotation that skips to that time.
No, I'm not going to do that. That'll be silly ideas. New XMEN trailer. Should we watch it? I think this is like becoming a theme now. It's like every week we have to watch a trailer.
3 times faster react.
Yay! Ready for it? Have you guys seen it before? Or is it just me?
I've not seen it.
Okay, let's go.
I was a detective and I worked out our themes.
Doesn't it ever wake you up in the middle of the
late
night? The feeling that someday they'll come for you and your
Me too,
children.
has a beard.
I feel
Like
a great
sexy
swirl
beard.
of pity for
So
the poor
that was
soul
some
that comes to my school looking for trouble.
That was some better, that.
Some believe that the first mutant was born thousands of years ago. He was
It's
some
the
kind of
emo tag.
god. I think he's going to rise again.
You are
Rise
all
again,
my
which is
children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders.
Oh, so that is like a voice filter to it
No
now.
more false gods.
Voice modulation in the
I'm
game.
here now.
He always had 4 followers.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Together we will cleanse the earth to the strongest.
We'll take everything from them.
This Memorial Day,
means to destroy
a day
this
that
world.
no one really knows except for
Millions
Americans.
of people killed.
Isn't this like the most generic
The world
bullshit
needs X-Men.
you've ever seen?
The most
So-
like apocalyptic
so-
shit.
My problem is we know everyone's going to
Wanna move out of the
survive
house more, right?
Exactly.
It's all of us.
because we all saw
Against a
Days
god.
of Future Past.
Yeah.
No, that changed it.
Oh, it
Days of
did
Future Past is in the future though.
But no, it changed it, didn't it? So again, they had to retcon it.
No, Days of Future Past is in the future still.
It's a different timeline now. It's a different universe
You're not
now.
students anymore.
Split off, remember?
You're X-Men.
You're X-Men, except for most of us that aren't actually X-Men.
And women.
Everything they built
That looks like some awful CGI then. You know what I hate? Like, Mystique's like this big part again because she's Jennifer Lawrence and therefore she has to be a big part, even though, like, why is, like, Mystique being choked, like, important there? Everything they've built!
I don't understand why Mystique isn't like the most important character in the entire X-Men mythos.
Yeah, she's just an assassin. That's it. That's all she is. Let's
Nightfall's mum. She trained Rogue. That was like her whole thing. She trained Rogue.
Oh yeah, that whole yeah.
Rogue's
Those
adopted
two things were like the big things, and then they've completely gone off that.
Yeah, so I thought the
Phil
days-
McSteen, you know when he's running through that.
Oh yeah.
But that was fun to like just record on green screen with a fan in your face.
So I was just saying, I thought the end of Days of Future Past was still in the future because it's thingy? Because old Charles Xavier, not young Charles Xavier, and young Charles Xavier's in this.
Well, the way I see it is the Days of Future Past changed everything, so they're in a new future now. But this is happening after what happened in Days of Future Past.
But we had old Xavier.
Well,
we?
actually, no. Sorry. What we're saying, I see where Max is coming from. When we did that split, and we've come back, at the end of Days of Future Past, everyone's still there, everyone's alive still. That is the continuation, this is a continuation or prequel of that history. So we know everyone's still alive. I agree with Max
Well,
now.
not really.
I see what you're saying.
All we see. Well, we knew they're going to survive anyway because there's fucking X-Men.
Oh yeah, it's true.
But now we've got
So
proof,
all we
like-
know is Storm, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. We
Yeah.
don't know anyone else.
Well, we know
We don't even know
Nightcrawler.
if Magneto survives it.
No, we do.
Xavier, Beast.
We don't see him at the end.
Beast we do.
Oh, Beast. Yeah, we see Beast. Yeah, but
See
that's
Xavier.
grammar, and you can't kill him. See who?
You see Xavier as well.
I don't like the
Oh,
Horsemen of the
what's that?
Apocalypse.
Back. That's always been a thing, though. You've always had Apocalypse with the Four Horsemen.
No, I get it. I don't
can't
like
remember
these
Magneto
ones.
being-
I
Oh.
just need Archangel, and that's it. Like why Psylocke? Why Storm? Magneto
Yeah,
because
I don't-
Magneto needs to be the bad guy again
Put
because he's got
Gambit in there.
to
He looks
turn a
badass.
motive.
I'm pretty sure it's because they're supposed to be pretty powerful. Like, Magneto's, like, ridiculous, generally. I like the one where Xavier's one of the Four
Well,
Horsemen. That was pretty
Storm's a class 0, is it? I think she is.
Storm
Well,
is
it makes
class 0. I
think
think
she
she's
is.
class 1. Zero's like top, where that's like Jean Grey, Phoenix Force level. She's
Yeah,
not.
which is classed as like Iceman, Storm.
Iceman is
Where
not
they-
tier 0.
Iceman is. It's classed as anyone that can control anything to a molecular level, and Iceman can do that. It could. It
I
doesn't
didn't
do a
know
lot
that
to
was the
molecular
extent
level.
of it. Okay.
Yeah, it's
If
when you can
it's
control
that
something
defined,
molecular
then
level.
okay. I'll concede. But I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't say
He's
he's a
not
tier
portrayed.
1.
He's not portrayed as that in the films, but in some of the comics, he really is.
Oh, Iceman's pretty cool.
Hey!
But but in
That's the show, folks.
wrap it up.
We're
I
done now.
but in the movies, he's just this boring teenager.
Well, that's the same in the comics.
Isn't
Like,
Iceman gay now as well?
oh God, I don't
What?
know.
A couple of years ago, I think
No.
Iceman's become gay now.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Jake's. Someone else is as well, because I think they put.
Well, obviously, 'cause he's in a relationship with someone.
Is he gay with Colossus? That seems like a that seems like a
Colossus.
non-true pairing sort of
Well,
thing.
Colossus is with Kitty, isn't he?
No, that's a long
Oh.
gone story. That is now.
He's in fucking space now.
Yeah, Kitty's in space.
Yes,
Kitty's
he's
now
got the
Star
Kitty.
He's
Lord.
Star-Lord.
Kitty's Star Lord now.
Like well, I would love to. It's better than fucking whoever we've got now. I don't feel Kitty ever got enough screen time.
What?
Or
Ellen
develop-
Page?
Yeah.
I mean, like most of the characters in the fucking X-Men movies.
Because it always
What,
has
that
to be
that weren't
about.
Rogue that weren't Rogue or Wolverine.
It has to be about Wolverine and a love triangle. That's like the key point of X-Men at this point in the movies. Just like we need Wolverine, and he has to have the love triangle.
You know, I'm
Wolverine's
surprised-
not
I'm
even in
surprised
the comics
that
at the moment.
I'm surprised they never incorporated the scene of like at the end of Last Stand where he's sitting on his bed with a picture of Jean. I'm surprised they never incorporated that.
It's too much of a niche thing that I don't. Well, mate, I don't think people would appreciate it or understand.
I would fucking laugh.
Oh yeah,
that-
but then there'll be just a few people in the cinema just laughing to themselves, and everyone else is just so confused. Like,
Like, you mean like most of Deadpool?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Jokes or
but
like that.
honestly, there's a lot
I
of
was laughing at when I saw like, all
meta
the Frank
humor
Miller
in there.
references.
I found it hilarious. No one around me laughed. I was just like,
Yeah, exactly.
no, this is why it's actually funny. Not, oh, I put a cherry ring gumdrop thing in my ass. That's pretty funny, but there's other jokes behind it. You get
So
what
what
I'm
did you-
saying? It's
what's-
there's
what's different
there's
from
other
Dracula?
jokes than just this guy's a bit funny and quirky and bit rude and lewd.
What-
There were
So,
other
we'll see,
jokes,
we'll
and
see,
that was
we'll
it.
see.
Okay, sorry, I'll stop ranting.
What did you think of the trailer?
Well, that piece of
Why
shit.
did we suddenly start talking about Deadpool?
Yeah.
Because we went off a tangent on superhero movies in general.
That's how this show works. We just we get a little
'cause
grain of something
literally-
and we take it somewhere else.
I apologize. My phone was literally ringing on, like, someone was trying to get hold of me on Facebook. So I'm like, just leave me alone a second. And I come back and I think you're talking about Deadpool. My view on Deadpool, you're overrated. Carry on.
Okay, well, this trailer, meh.
The voice modulation. What the fuck have they done?
They're really trying to push, like, every single trailer they've tried to make Apocalypse seem a bit more actually like an interesting character and not, it's Ivanus.
What you needed to do was take the look of the 90s X-Men.
No nose.
Because
No
that's
nose.
spot, and transfer that look onto Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Because he would fit that like a T.
You'll be the Scorpion King again, hooray!
And no nose.
No nose?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he's like a
Apocalypse
very
has
flat
no
nose,
nose.
isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
completely flat there. He has
Well,
no
it depends
nose.
on.
Maybe you
depends
could
on
have
which
like
one
two
you
little
eat.
small nostrils, but like everything flat. It just
Like a generic anime character.
anime in the
What's the
characters
difference,
have Michael
what's the
Jackson
difference between
noses.
like cartoons and anime, really? At the end of the day,
Yeah, honestly, it just looked like I don't know why. Obviously, the end of the world's a big thing,
but it's not.
but it's not. Yeah, exactly. Now it's not, and we know the end of the world. The end of the world doesn't happen. First of all, so the stakes are instantly lowered. Second of all, the theatrical, like
You mean the
opera, like a little bit of the background. Just,
It felt like I was
music?
watching a Michael Bay trailer for Transformers,
yes,
with all the CGI, like, all the wind and all the molecules that go whoosh. Like, I'm watching another Transformers movie, aren't I? That's in every one, with like the one with the sand. With, like, it was a third one, wasn't it? Where they had in the desert. Or was that the second one?
First.
I don't know. They all
Where
merged
it's like,
together.
no,
and it's
the
like
third-
everything's being sucked
second one, yeah, I know
into
what
the
you're
big
talking
thing,
about,
and
yeah.
it's like, yeah, with Devastator. It's the
I'm
same thing.
directly under the monster scrotum.
That was the thing. Like, if it's all these molecules and sand effects, and
Yeah, I know what you
it
mean.
looks like I'm watching the same thing again.
The when Archangel shot his like feathers, his steel feathers at people, just like that didn't look like a pile of CG shit, did it?
Oh no, I know what this
That
reminds me
looked
of.
awful.
It's leftover textures and shit from the third the third X-Men movie with Phoenix, when she was doing the exact same shit. In the climax where she's disintegrating everything and making it into that vortex. It's literally what's happening in this trailer.
So basically you've gone, let's take out Phoenix, put in Apocalypse, no love triangle, take out the love triangle.
No, the triangle's the pyramid now.
We need a love pyramid. We need to make it 3D. We need to 3D this. We need Sansa Stark in there. I don't think she's going to be a good Jean Grey, but
I do. I think she'll be
nah,
alright.
she looks weird. She doesn't look like Jean Grey.
I mean, like, providing she gets
doesn't-
rid of her, providing she stops using her generic face of like in every shot she's like that.
Yeah, honestly, that's all I saw of her. Shall we watch it just quickly again
Never wake you up
and
in
find
the
her?
middle of the night. The
Find
feeling
her.
that someday
Find her.
they'll come
Yeah,
for you.
they all have like
And
massive
your
bed hair.
I feel a great swirl of pity for the poor soul that
There we go. We just missed her.
Oh, that's Jean Grey now.
Sansa
You
Stark.
don't know that?
What the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
Is that supposed to? Is that young Jean Grey?
Yes.
Or like? Oh, okay.
That's
right.
young
I
Jean
reckon.
Grey.
I reckon she probably got that as well because Sansa Stark's redhead as well. I
25 or
think.
something. Oh
Or
yeah, she
something,
got
so,
that.
yeah, she looks quite similar to that character anyway. I wonder who's going to bugger her in this film.
Maybe
then.
she should have
Cyclops.
gone for an audition
Cyclops is in
for.
this.
Oh,
That's the triangle. It's Cyclops and Professor X.
That's it.
That's the love pyramid. We found it.
What?
We found it.
We've expanded on it. We're going to have a love triangle with a bit more depth,
3D.
full of secrets and everything, like a pyramid.
We solved it, guys. Well done. We'll
You can go home
expect
now.
our check in the mail.
So the one thing I've got to ask now that it's come to mind is, how old is Cyclops in this?
He's the
Is
same.
he older?
He's
Is he
the same-
older than he was in the Wolverine one?
Oh God, I forgot that film.
That's
So
not
my
canon.
point-
That's not canon
Is
anymore.
that canon? Because in
That's
the
not
Wolverine,
canon. That's not canon.
Canon.
Hear me out. Because in the Wolverine, Cyclops is quite young, but Xavier's already bald and old.
Yeah, but that's not
So-
canon anymore.
Oh, so,
So-
just changed flip-flopped everyone's age already.
Well, they didn't flip flop. They just changed some stuff. Remember that of the parallel universe that we've just described about with Days of Future Past.
We
That
wrote
doesn't
ourselves
matter
into
now.
a corner.
that wipes out
It's
Wolverine.
okay now.
That wipes it out. It's done. We never need to talk about it or Gambit again. Or Deadpool, because we've got new Deadpool.
Have a better Deadpool.
That's why it works,
Gambit.
because
There
because
was
of
nothing
the
wrong
whole
with
wipe thing. Now
That's
we've got a better
Deadpool,
Deadpool.
There was nothing wrong with Gambit in that.
Except he didn't do anything.
Exactly, that was the only issue with the film, not with him as a character.
Well, no, he was a Deus Ex Machina for some reason. He needs to come in, do a backflip with the staff, and break some sort of boulder
Oh yeah.
that was going to crush the already impervious recovering man known as Wolverine. It's like, we need to save Wolverine, that guy that can't die. It's a good job I'm here, Wolverine. I'm just like,
He's
shut
dead
up,
now,
Gambit.
He's
But
dead now.
Yeah, he's dead in the comics.
I'm talking about
I think.
in this universe, in this X-Men.
Actually, that's the point. There's a
movie
lot of
universe.
no Hugh Jackman in this trailer.
That's because he's not in
Oh,
it.
he'll be in it.
He's not in it.
He'll be.
Nah.
It's fucking Wolverine. How can he not be in it? He's like the poster boy of X-Men.
Or do you think he's just going to have a cameo?
He'll have a cameo, but he will definitely be in it.
He'll come in at the end. He'll save like somebody dying, and he'll swoop in, save them, and then he'll be like part of the main focus. Like, what do we do now, guys? And that'll be it.
And then he'll save the day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he'll fly away on
Watch
a
it.
private jet. And then be like, he'll fly away, and he'll be leaning out the window, just like holding his arm out at Jean.
I think at this point, I don't think he's actually got his adamantium claws and stuff. You know, adamantium scale
Oh, in this-
skeleton.
Well,
In this
Well,
bit, I don't think he will.
I reckon it will, because at the end of Days of Future Past, it was mentioned. But I'm curious about that, because that was Mystique posing as Stryker.
Yeah.
So I reckon that might be just a way to possibly incorporate it. Instead of him hating Stryker, he now just hates Mystique.
Or he, because it's isn't it his past memories that have come forward, right? So maybe he has to get the metal claws in order to do something, and that's how they'll give him the metal claws. So he needs the adamantium skeleton maybe to get past something like a barrier.
So he needs to level up.
Yeah, he'll have to get the metal skeleton to perform a task. I'm not sure what task it could be. Maybe it's so he's strong enough to get through
To
something.
be able to punch a wall.
You know what I mean? They'll set up a scenario that requires.
No, I don't think
him
he's
to
honestly. I don't think he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be in it at all.
have- I don't mean
reckon
like.
so.
I mean just generally.
He'll be in it like Stan Lee's in it.
It's
Yeah,
not-
he's
Probably
gonna
that.
have a cameo, and that's it. Like it did, like in First Class.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That bar scene. That's all it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be.
Fuck off.
I wish I had the ability to just say to like go up to a contract and be like, "I'll be in your film provider." I can say "fuck off." What the best contract ever.
I will give your movie the PG swear word. Then we can move on.
Talking of Wolverine, Old Man Logan is gonna be the basis of Wolverine 3. Thoughts, ideas? Do you care? Do you not care?
It's a bit weird.
He's
Isn't
gonna
it?
have a bad nightmare. He's gonna wake up, hack stuff up, go back to sleep at the end of it, and probably start drinking as well.
He's gonna have a nightmare where X-23's wearing his costume, and then he's gonna wake up and realize it's true. No, I'm Wolverine. No,
A girl version of
It's not
me.
true. It's
He's
not
done
true.
something wrong. People are after him, so now he has a nightmare, and he now must find the mask that he wears for the rest of his life.
So obviously you
That
don't
mask
care
will-
about Old Man Logan then, which I agree is
particularly
it's
rated.
R-rated though because of Deadpool. Everything's got to be R-rated now.
This is going to be the trend now. Everything's going to have a.
Well, yeah, because in the whiteboard of ideas that all executives have, they have a big R for R-rated in the middle of that whiteboard now.
R-rated.
R-rated. Pirate themed. Everything's pirate themed.
Deadpool, it needed because that's this character. For
Yeah,
other
obviously.
things, it doesn't need to be R-rated. For most things, it doesn't really need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sick of seeing the whole, Deadpool be the first comic book film being rated R. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I remember watching Blade. You know?
Oh my god, Blade, that's so long ago. Can barely remember it.
Like, I was watching Blade the other week, and I still remember how good it is. Like, watching Blade 2, and I'm like, wow. Like, you've got Ron Perlman in it. You've got Norman Reedus in it. Daryl fucking Dixon's in it. Like, fucking hell. It's got the cat from Red Dwarf. It's like, it's the best cast ever.
Wouldn't put it that
It
far,
wasn't
but
the best
okay.
script ever.
It was such a good film. I'm gonna have to watch that at the end of the night.
I think we should maybe put it on the list.
I'm gonna watch it regardless.
First R-rated Marvel movie.
Sure, there was another one, but either way, Deadpool was not first. And to be fair, you look at it now, the ratings have changed as societies adjust. Like, the ratings have adjusted while societies continue to evolve and grow and change. You know.
What you mean is people are bored of superhero movies, but an R-rated superhero movie.
Exactly.
Now that's fresh and new.
Like, I'm watching Deadpool, I'm like, yeah, this is an interesting film, but about 20 years ago when Blade was out, this would have been a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
The sex.
Well, it was a 15,
the
though.
sex scene would
Deadpool
probably
was a
keep it at
15.
18.
Deadpool was a 15, wasn't it? I thought
It was originally meant to be an 18, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it got a lower
The sex
rating.
scene, the fucking sex montage alone pushes it to 18.
In which, Deadpool or Blade?
In Deadpool.
There was a
And-
sex scene in Blade?
No.
I don't know. That's why that's confirming. I know there's actual vagina in
Deadpool. Yeah.
which is, you know...
In Blade, yeah, I think that's more because the strip club.
Yeah.
Strip club. In Blade, I think it's more maybe because there's a lot of blood.
There wasn't in Deadpool.
No. You have like in Blade, like the focus because it's all fucking vampires. The focus is like the blood and
a lot of
I know why
like
it
draining
was.
the blood and stuff. Yeah.
Because Wesley Snipes was in it, and he's a badass motherfucker.
Like there's the bit with like his sword when it explodes the guy's hand off.
Oh god, I just remembered.
Magnesium.
Ryan Reynolds was in Blade Trinity, wasn't he?
Oh, he
Yes.
wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's got one of the best insults that I use all the time still.
I will now pretend it's Deadpool, and it'll be an amazing Marvel
Yeah.
crossover movie.
And then I forgot. It also had Triple H in it. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, he was the guy that is upcutted through that wall with the thing in his mouth.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he's got the little Pomeranian.
Oh, yeah, I remember the dogs.
God, that was... God, that...
Tell me
film's
about
cast
this
was-
insult anyway. Tell me about this insult.
It's when he calls it Triple H, and it's when Danica's trying... Is it Danica, I think? He's asking Ryan Reynolds' character, and he goes like... First was like, why don't you take a chocolate frosted fuck off the end of my dick? And then Triple H starts punching into him, and he calls him a cock-knobbling thunder cunt. And I use that insult all the time.
Cock-knobbling thunder cunt. Amazing. Well done. It's beautiful.
Well done, Blade Trinity. You came away with one good quality.
That's such a funny film, but so bad.
Should we move on to our next segment?
Yes, I think we should. What's our next segment?
Our next segment is, well, it's the cringe factor. In this case, more of like a...
After a 6
feminazi.
episode missing.
We've brought it back, guys. We brought it back.
Due to popular
Demand? Question mark?
Due to a demand? Question mark?
due to Russell's own whims.
Because I wanted to.
Because I want to. Because I want to.
So this is always hashtag like a girl.
I like emojis
Girl
a lot.
emojis.
They can express how you're feeling.
So before we go in too deeply,
Right, and let's just pause.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not poop. That's
What the
chocolate
fuck? What? So she just said emojis express me. How is this different than smileys for the last 10 years?
How is this different from like the written words, like using that to express yourself?
Was smileys sexist and nobody noticed?
I'm sorry, but if I'm texting, you know, a banging hot chick, I'm not gonna put, "Yo, what's up?" Smile.
Smile. I'm at least going to have a tongue sticking out, right?
Beg your pardon.
One of these ones.
We're not rated R. Yes, we are.
What emoji? Or wink emoji, like one of
Oh,
those
what-
ones. One of
what
these bad
emoji
boys.
do we- I'm gonna look now see what emoji I use the most. Because I'm one of those people.
Oh, I barely use emoji.
I've
Barely.
never used.
Okay, I've flicked up once, and I can guarantee now the one I use the most is the winky face.
Great.
Because you've been hitting on some girls, haven't you?
I've been hitting on the bangingest hot babes, yo.
Let's continue on this frowny girl
Yes,
with her poop
please.
emoji.
Feeling like poop.
Not poop, it's chocolate mousse.
Hang on. Let's
feels
just
like
let,
shit.
let's just listen to
I
that
like the
again.
little poop one.
I'd be like, oh my god, I'm feeling like poop.
Feels like shit.
feel fucking awful.
They also know over 1 billion emojis every day.
But do
Not
they
the ones
really
in
represent them?
Middle East, they don't have phones.
So
What
we
do emojis represent them?
so always the tampon company asks them, is that what you tell? How does that make you feel?
But do emojis represent them? Of course they do. They won't fucking send them otherwise.
Yeah.
I am representing a dark, cynical self. Let's put a smiley face. This is not representing me.
Are you saying we need like goth representation of
Oh
emojis?
God,
Like,
don't start with this now.
do we need all that sort of stuff as well? I thought emojis were
Where's
supposed
my
to be.
attack helicopter emojis?
Oh man, how's that transformation going, Max? To become an attack helicopter, is it going well?
Well, my only reference point was watching Transformers, and they make it look much easier than I thought it was.
Because they transform in an instant.
Yeah, I thought that was like, yeah, just crush some of my limbs. Push
Well,
it
I'm
apart. I
I'm
thought
trying
that'd
to get myself into a jet, and I'm using my Starscream model up there as a reference.
be-
But I'm working on. I can probably get it down, but I want to know where I can get the giant sword and gun from. Like, will they like somehow magically appear on my wings?
You have to use ribs for
Big
that.
fat
That's your rib
bingo
cage.
wings.
Yeah, your ribs will have to be morphed into a sword, so
Yeah.
it's a lot of surgery, it sounds like, to become a transformer.
Lots of parts for me if you're a human.
Should we actually continue
What
on
about-
with the actual video
what
and
about
not
a transformer?
talk about being a
What if a
transformer?
transformer wants to become a human? Let's not leave them out.
Hang on, why? If you were a transformer, why would you want to become a human?
Being
What?
human's pretty shit.
Less oil.
Let's oil. Oil's expensive, yes. It's more expensive than water.
Exactly. Imagine how much the lubes cost for them. You know, fucking hell. Going for
I
an
think-
oil change.
To be honest, I think they might actually produce it. Have you seen one? Transformers 1,
One,
where,
yeah.
where
Anyway,
Bumblebee flicks the thing open and he just
Oh,
excretes
yeah.
that lube all over that guy.
Oh god, Agent Simmons. I was watching something again recently, and he's in that. And I cannot remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. Carry on.
Okay, well, let's actually watch the video this time.
Yeah, okay. We've got 30 seconds in.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're pink or like a girl.
Yeah, the pink like a girl. Notice how she's actually also
Wearing
wearing pink.
Yeah.
The irony is astounding here, but carry
A
on.
girl.
There's no girls in the profession emojis unless you count being a bride a profession.
I've got rock climbing,
What?
You can tell
biking,
she's gonna be a
playing
feminist.
basketball. None of the girls are doing this.
None of the girls are
No.
playing sports.
Oh no.
How do you know that's a guy? how do you know?
That could just be a very masculine woman from the WNBA with those giant monster truck hands. Have
It's
you seen the
almost
size
Exactly.
of them hands?
There's
How
more
does she
spending
how does she know?
What's the deal in that? Why not girls?
Except
How do you know?
for the surfer, that one's a girl.
Nope, it's just a guy with long hair.
Girls love emojis, but there aren't enough emojis to
No!
say what girls do.
There's not enough emojis!
There's not enough
Outrage!
genderless. There's not enough genderless emojis to express myself.
There's not enough emojis! fuck.
There's not
Economic
enough-
crisis.
there's-
There's not enough emojis.
There's not
for
enough
me.
emojis, so I have to be reduced to writing words that people have been using for ages to express myself, like we're doing now. Ugh! Fucking hell. Why not draw your own emoji?
The most first world problems. There are not
Exactly,
enough emojis.
exactly. That's what this feels like. Just like there's nothing that there's no quick and easy fix for me to express
People are going
myself,
hungry in the
and I
streets.
don't want to
Fuck it,
express
there's no
myself
emoji.
properly.
I want my emojis to represent how I'm feeling right now.
Where's the emoji for not enough emojis? I need
I'm not
it.
represented enough.
That's how things are.
Oh, no.
Oh, teenage girls.
There's
Poor
more than
teenage
just to a
girls.
girl than this and a haircut.
I want every girl to grow up knowing that she's capable of everything.
It's a positive message, I get it, but what's this to do with emojis at this
I
point?
want to see a female wrestler.
I would like a female soccer emoji.
Okay, you want female wrestling? I'm sorry. Why not watch it? Let's look at the past of this. Okay, here's a fact for you, woman. The longest ever performing wrestling in history was a woman, Mae Young. She did it from the teens and up to 2010.
But there's no Mae Young. There's no Mae Young emoji. Miles, come on, man.
Some Mae Young.
We
I
need
want a
those
Mae Young
emojis.
I'm glad you know who I was on about. You know, you look at like some of the best performers in history who revolutionized women's wrestling. Trish Stratus, Lita. You look at it now, you've got Charlotte Flair, Ashley Flair, or Charlotte, whatever you want to call her. Becky, you know, you've got so many people that are now actually going through a Divas revolution on WWE TV at least. And let's not think about the talented ones on that stupid TNA channel. TNA show. There are women
Tits and
wrestlers out
ass
there.
show. Is that what it's called? Tits and ass. TNA.
No, it's not.
Tits
called
and
that.
ass. Whistling.
But
Foxy
there
boxing.
there is women wrestling out there, but sadly, you know, it doesn't get as much coverage as it should. But it's there. You just have to fucking watch it.
Would you
You
rewind
fucking
it just
dolt.
before that sentence? Is she actually referring to there are no women wrestlers or there are no women wrestler emojis?
Let's have a look. Let's just go back to this bit.
I'm just
Analyze
wondering
this.
before we just
Oh,
go.
look at she's
balls
striking
deep
a
and say she's-
mighty pose there. There we go.
That's big.
I want to see a female wrestler.
She doesn't say like a female wrestler emoji.
She just
She
wants to
says a
see a
female
female
wrestler.
wrestler.
Oh God!
In reference to
there are
emojis,
so
though.
many. Like,
Is she referencing emoji or?
It's
is it
no, I
just-
think she's because what emoji do you want to see? I want to see a
Yeah,
female wrestler.
yeah.
So, but why not just?
I'll be honest. That's
I don't know.
stupidly particular. There's nothing stopping you learning how to make an emoji and going doing it. I'm putting the female wrestler emoji in circulation. Come on, you fucking teenagers, okay? You've probably got a USB cable shoved at your ass, plug it into a laptop. You think it's there. Fucking
That's how
kids.
computers work. By Miles. Think it's there. Done. Bob's your uncle.
This is how this entire podcast is made. It's
We
just
thought
USB
it.
up
You think
Russell's
that, and it
arse.
happened.
Yeah, it's all me. It's just all me. It's shitting out my ass. I mean, stuffing stuff up my ass. And it's there.
I would like a female soccer emoji.
I would make girl emojis,
You
girls
want
lifting weights,
Michonne
going
emoji, don't you?
Pardon?
She wants a Michonne emoji, and we know it. Walking Dead.
Oh.
to the gym,
We don't watch Walking Dead.
and girls biking, and a girl teaching people
Ha!
how
Whoa,
to
whoa,
play
whoa, whoa! A girl
Girls
biking.
biking. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure
My
there are
girl's
enough
biking.
girls riding.
Biking.
How can you tell that's a boy or a girl in this situation?
If anything, that looks more like a girl in the first place.
I'm just worried. I'm just
No, I
literally
think that is.
looking up.
I don't know how you can tell. Wouldn't the sexless emoji like be
Then
enough?
then let's generalize it. Let's be let's be sexist here. Let's give her a skinnier body and a giant fucking rack. Because we look at the size of that on my screen. That is at least an inch by an inch. That's quite big for an emoji. If I'm looking at
Yeah,
you try
they are
spinning that
bigger.
down and doing
That's a lot
massive
bigger.
graph,
They are bigger
You may as
than
well just
how you
put-
would see them normally. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. You want to put as a woman, you may as well just put a fucking tit riding a unicycle.
So here's the thing.
Literally what you're asking for.
If they did what you said, then we'll make it thin and give it a rack. I guarantee you, someone else would say, "Well, now you're generalizing women and saying they're all thin and
Yeah,
have
you're
big breasts."
objectifying
So
them.
you're saying women don't
Objectifying
have
them.
to ride bikes?
Another one, which is slightly. So you'll just come back to this one.
You need the thin one and the slightly chubby one and the overweight one. 3 emojis now. We need 3 emojis for this. 3 emojis now. 3 female emojis riding a bike.
Yeah, but we've got the white emoji that we need to start. You know, we need brown, black, yellow, pink, tangerine. You know,
Blue,
we're
for
gonna
the
need
blue
to make
people
all
as
these...
well.
For the what?
The blue people as well. The people that paint themselves
Blue Man Group.
Yeah,
Let's
Blue
not
Man
forget
Group
Blue Man
need
Group.
an emoji.
You know, grow the fuck up, kids. You know, you're American. You're probably doing some kind of society educational, whatever you want to call it over there. You've got the internet on your fucking phone in front of you. You can just look up these things, get them made. This is just always trying to shit stir because they're getting angry about fucking tampon tax or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, always. You're not always right.
All right, so should we talk about the quick budget thing that came out?
Well, let's finish this.
Let's finish this and then we'll circle back to it.
Standing on one foot
A
by the-
girl teaching people how to play drums.
That's
Yeah. Let's get an emoji of a
That's
girl
a specific
teaching people
emoji.
to grow a, to play the drum.
Educating people how to drum.
That's like the best emoji ever. We're gonna have like the tiniest half a centimeter emoji, and in that we're gonna get a big arena. We're gonna have one tiny little dot, which is definitely gonna be a female, and we're gonna have it educating a bunch of other dots. You know. And then we're gonna like proper age differentiate here. Let's get some coloured dots in there as well. So basically, you're gonna like blow up the size of a fucking pixel, right? Is that what you're asking? You want a blown up image of a pixel?
This
And
pixel does not represent me properly.
holding a pair of sticks.
I really need this particular emoji. It's me demonstrating how to drum to people and teaching them. Really particular, that one.
You want to design that emoji? Here's what you do. You hold up your PC screen, you cough on it, and you look at the image in front of you. There is a multitude of different emojis to, like, design from. Fucking hell.
Should be a
Kids
cop
these
that's a
days.
girl, and a lawyer that's a girl, and a detective that's a girl,
And a super badass girl.
And a super badass girl.
Super badass girl.
Okay, I'm watching this now, and it's bugging me because always are saying, oh, we want all these female emojis. What the fuck are you creating on this advert? What's a female emoji, a female emoji, You don't need to put an advert out. Just say, we put out a bunch of female emojis. Please feel free to use them.
Apple, you can
Gender
use
equality.
these.
What the? This is just shit stirring for the sake of shit stirring.
But is there a cop one? And is that cop one genderless, or are they saying that's a male one? That's the big question I'm actually asking. Is
I'm
there
not being
already
pissed.
emoji that's a cop, and is it genderless, or do they think that's a man?
And,
Should
you
it
know,
have long hair, and therefore it's a woman?
And I'm not being funny here.
What?
But that middle one. No, I'm not being racist here, but that does look like a fucking monkey in a dress suit.
What the fuck, man?
Just being honest.
Jesus
This is the
Christ.
last
And who walks
episode of
around?
3 Times
And who
Faster.
walks around with a magnifying glass attached to their eye? That's just so impractical.
I do
Actually,
like
we're
the
a
super
fedora.
badass one. They're like, bro, bump
Right,
it,
PewDiePie.
bump
It's like-
it.
You've got a magnifying glass attached to your eye. That's not practical, nor is it safe. And you're in a fedora. That's like the worst emoji you can possibly give to a woman. Now you're trying to degrade them by giving them stupid ideas. What the fuck?
Now you could look like the beta males that you all praise. That praise you, in fact.
Give it a neck bit.
If there was a female musician emoji, she would be on stage posing like this. Because
If there was one. Is there already
Look,
one?
there it is.
Isn't there
Look,
one?
right there.
Is there? There it is.
You
Hooray, we did it. We've done it. We solved world peace.
She's in
We need the
control,
emoji.
and she's happy.
And she's happy. How do you
Oh.
tell she's happy?
Do you know she was like that?
Always.
Thanks always. Rewriting the rules. Thank you.
You rewrote something, all right. If I was you, I'd rewrite that script.
I knew that'll get you guys riled up.
Oh, that made me laugh. I like
I
that.
think I've seen that one before.
No, I told you you've probably seen it before. That was
Yeah.
like a week ago, and I was just like, yes, this is perfect to put on the show. Any closing thoughts?
it was just like shit stirring for the sake of shit stirring.
Is
There
this
was no
really
need. What
the biggest
the hell
problem?
has that got to do with women's sanitary products? Really? Once 5 days, there's still gonna be an emotional fucking tornado.
Where's the? I'm on my period emoji. It's not here. Ah!
It's just a block
How
of
are you
red.
feeling?
It's just red blocks everywhere. God, we're gonna have a horrendous time.
You want to create these emojis? Why don't you take a picture of it and like shrink it, and there you go. Fucking, I mean, that's probably everyone's taking fucking selfies these days. Dress up as one. I want a copy emoji.
Well-
Go down to the costume shop, buy a costume, and take a fucking selfie, and grow
It's what's been
fuck
about
up
for
while
like the
you're at
last
it.
10 years. People do that.
Why is emoji like? Why has your life been reduced down to this emoji that there isn't one? When
I
you're
wish
using
my
a
biggest
text,
problem in
you're
life
using
that I didn't have
text,
an
you're
emoji.
using words. Use your words. Use your words to describe something about your feelings, like normal people would. You don't need a picture.
How dare you generalise normal people, Russell? That's
That's the smartest thing I think you've ever said.
Yeah, that's how could you? Can't believe you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
that's what I think as well.
If there's no emoji for it, get over it. Use the words that you've been taught to express yourself, like poems and books. That's my big grievance with this.
And I'm sorry, one of the world's leading sanitary product manufacturers and distributors. Why the fuck? At times that hard now, like you've got to now go emojis. We're not getting enough sales here. Let's discuss something which is relevant. Emojis has nothing to do with your products. Okay?
We're backing women's rights
It
for
does.
more
Because
emojis.
when you're on the toilet and you're on your phone,
You want to increase.
Max
sales and
has
popularity
it.
of-
Max has it. They use emojis whilst on the toilet.
You want emojis? Send them to fucking George Osborne. That's fucking related to you. That's something relevant.
The tampon tax that is still
Exactly.
not letting go. But now it's got to go to breast cancer and other charities. So you've earmarked that money now for that. What? Why? It's nice that it's going to charities, but you still earmarked it. You're like, we need to clear this up. Just earmark this money. If you didn't know, the budgets come out for the UK, and
2 days ago, wasn't it?
yeah,
2 days ago as of this recording.
yes, it came out on the 16th of March.
Also yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
no, yesterday, unless you're watching it on another day.
Yeah,
That is the
16th of March.
17th.
There we go. Let's just call it that.
Let's not throw dates in there.
Hmm?
Let's not throw dates in, just confuse people. So I've got.
Okay. So there's a few things I like, and there's a lot I don't like. Like capitalism would just slash that tax. Capitalist tax, like great, cool. Major corporations get a tax cut. that we all know that money's not actually going to trickle down. Like this trickle down society that
Which they really
capitalism's-
want to like.
they push constantly is not happening. So thanks for taking away the NHS. Basically, is what it comes down to. It feels like this has been a
And then we've
shit
got-
week. I've
Since the Conservative have been in, I've not really seen anything good from it, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've got friends who support Conservatives, and you know that's fine. That's their choice. But my opinion is, this country's going to hell in a handbasket each and every week.
Well, I think now we're in a race now with America. Who can have a...
What country's doing well at the moment, pray tell?
Scandinavian countries, I think. Germany's doing quite well, except for all the immigrants now that they're having a shitstorm.
But let's be fair, everywhere's got immigrants.
Yeah.
They need to take leave from Donald Trump
Europe,
for a giant fucking war with lasers.
I think Trump's working
Wait,
on
Germany
that.
did have a wall.
So you're saying we need a wall now?
We need another wall.
We've already got a moat. We've literally got a moat. We've got the biggest moat ever, and it's still not working, okay?
No, because some clever ass decided to put a tunnel underneath it.
The secret shortcuts. Do you want to talk about US politics for a sec? Have you heard?
You bring it up every single week. I wait for this now.
I love it. It gets heated up, but it's high energy. It's high energy. That's all I have to say about it.
The way it's coming across now, it's like what? It's like, what's getting more energy now? Fucking WrestleMania or the fucking election races here? What's got better storylines? Because that's all it fucking is. Storylines.
Yeah, it's literally dick measuring contests.
At some point.
Actual dick measuring contests have occurred. Looks like Bernie Sanders is not going to be the candidate, sadly.
No.
Why?
Because Hillary's just going too far ahead, it looks like now.
Oh, is it? So I like I said, I've not been for it. Is that so? Is there race for the representation for their party then?
Yeah, we're like over the halfway line now, I think, and it's not looking well, sadly.
But surely, that's a bit stupid. Because then you're just getting arguments with, this is what bugs me about politics. We're going to pick a leader. Instead of saying, okay, here's what we want, you're now putting your respective leaders against each other for the things that you want. So you want your party to fight against each other, to climb on top of each other, just to go sit in a big fancy chair, which one of your candidates' husbands got sucked off by an intern in. I'm okay. If that's how politics wants to work, I'm fine sitting behind my computer making YouTube videos.
So it's funny how the politics now in America has turned into the biggest circus show there's ever been. There's more drama than actual wrestling in this show, like you said before.
There is. I need to watch this now.
No, you need to start watching it. It is hilarious. Every day you get this some magic moment of just like, they said that? What the hell's going on? But it's the biggest job. It's the most important job. The biggest job interview ever, and we've literally got idiots running for it, just going, no, he's the worst person. No, he's the worst person. I'm the best person. That's one candidate.
I'm the better one because I have.
And anyone with any sane ideas, like Bernie Sanders, is just, he's a socialist, so I'm not gonna listen to him. It's just like, nope, gonna vote for Hillary because the female votes for some reason. Just like, but Hillary's just nearly as bad as Trump half the time. She's a consistent flip-floppy politician. So if you want a consistent politician, there you go. That's what you're gonna get. You had your chance for actual semi-revolution, which isn't much with Bernie Sanders. All he wants is like healthcare, and he wants to help people. He wants to actually have some benefactory help to you.
But he doesn't have a great slogan.
Oh, he doesn't have
Make America Great Again.
No, it's build
He's
the
not
wall.
Amerikanye.
Build the wall.
Amerikanye. Soon. Oh my God, that I would pay money to see Kanye and Trump debating. Yes, that's a show.
So it does look like Trump most likely could get 50%, but the thing is, if he doesn't actually get 50%, all the delegate votes can be like clumped together, and they can like, all the other previous what they called candidates can give their delegate votes to in this case, it was most likely
So
will be
basically,
Cruz.
what basically
And just-
for us, just to put it into terms for me, so basically what the Lib Dems did when the Conservatives came into
Yeah, it's
power,
sort of,
they can
yeah.
give their votes to someone else to make them
Yeah.
to get them to win.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, the Lib Dems, whatever happened to them?
They literally died. I had so much faith in the Liberal Democrats.
Yeah,
And
they
then
had
all the
the
worst
most
policies got
effective
through,
choice.
all the best policies just got shattered on, and they got blamed for everything. And it's just like,
Yeah.
but they nerfed the Conservatives a little bit for those 5 years. Now we're getting proper Conservatives, and things don't feel like we're getting better. Things are just getting worse, it feels like, but whatever.
We're getting shafted that bad. We're getting shafted that bad. I've not walked right.
So what'd you say, Miles? I just rudely interrupted you.
I said we are getting shafted that bad. I've not walked right for a week. But I mean, like, okay, like to be fair, like with American politics, it's like the next president is most likely going to be a first. It's just like we're gonna get. Is it believed we're going to be getting something
First
like
orange president.
first?
The most orange. The first orange president. He is literally an orange.
We're gonna get the first. I think like we're gonna get the first woman, Hispanic or Jewish. It's like either way, this presidency is gonna be remembered for so many things.
But what about the first comb-over president? That's Trump's first comb-over president.
Yeah.
I feel I need to put Idiocracy on the movie list because that feels very relevant now.
So there are. I see where Idiocracy comes.
And that's why
His
it's an
ideas-
old movie now.
Pardon? Yes,
That's
it
a couple
is.
of years
It's-
old now. Yeah,
it's
it's
really
scary
old.
how well it's predicting things.
No, Simpsons predicted this.
In what episode was this?
Have you not seen it? Yeah, Trump was it was this is like a really old episode.
Really?
Yeah, it was on a banner in the background.
Simpsons did it.
Oh
Simpsons
yes,
did
I
it.
remember now.
It was either 2020 or 2016.
Yeah.
They put Trump. Hang on, let me just try and look it up now. Yeah, it was in the Simpsons first.
Yeah, when they did like a feature, like in the future episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the first one when Lisa looks into the future? Is that it?
Yeah.
And Homer doesn't say Homer says he's going to vote for Trump or something.
It was.
I vaguely remember something like that.
There was a day on it. I can't remember what it is, but it's like I mean, I like how Simpsons have not done it, but I like how that's come up. Like the way Simpsons has randomly predicted stuff.
Well, there's been so many episodes.
Something was bound to stick.
Yeah.
It's not. It's only a matter of
It's one of the
probability at
longest
that point,
running-
really. Than
It's
anything.
one of the longest running programs, isn't it, Simpsons? So I wouldn't be surprised.
Isn't it the longest? Must be the longest.
It's not the longest weekly running program, because I know what that is already.
What's that?
It's WWE Raw, the longest weekly running episodic TV series.
The more you know.
Yeah,
That put that on a pub quiz.
it's not a bad question.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, Simpsons also has seasons, whereas Raw has continually just been on every week.
Mm.
Anyway, moving on away from that, I don't want to get stuck on wrestling.
Yeah. Never again want to hear Rusty Mania. Like
That's gonna
Rusty Mania.
Rusty Mania, and Rusty is just gonna stick now.
I know. I literally accepted it now after a whole month of it. Just like I'll just have to accept I'm Rusty now. Great, cool.
That's
Thanks,
the first
guys.
step. Your first step is acceptance.
What's the last step?
The next step is the t-shirts.
The next step is my name is Rusty on the t-shirt. Wear it with
Next step
pride.
is changing your name.
Yeah.
No.
We've not told him that yet. We've not got him drunk enough.
Tomorrow I might be drunk enough to change my
Rusty
name.
Moore.
I'm already that though. That's the thing. I'm already
Change
Rusty
it around
Moore.
then, and we'll just call him more Rusty.
Just let's just
I'll
go
just put it
full.
up ahead.
Just go full and just go decrepit old person. Just That's what it's nearly sounding like.
That's Max's future.
Max is gonna live forever. can tell you right now.
Well, I'm gonna leave forever.
I'm gonna live forever because I'm gonna get like titanium body parts put in me, and I'm gonna be like a robot, and then eventually I'm gonna realize I did something wrong.
And that you get a computer virus.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be like,
shit, I upgraded to Windows 10. Fuck!
I'm gonna realize that being a transformer might not have been the smartest thing I've ever done.
Oh, here we go. I found it here.
What episode was it, Max?
It was Bart to the Future.
Bart to the Future. There you go, everyone.
Here we go. Yeah, I've got. Hang on.
Oh, there's a clip. Let's play that clip. Let's play that clip.
Now, look into the flame.
We just skip to the relevant time frame. Are we all ready?
Yeah, well, you play it whenever you want.
Yeah, okay.
Female president. As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from
Oh
President
god, that
Trump.
quality.
How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
The world.
Quick, Lisa, call off your phone!
There you go. So they inherited all this debt from President Trump, apparently.
Because he stole all the money and put it in his Trump empire.
That's what he do. The feeling.
Do you think? Do you think? I think this is what's going to happen. Is when he becomes president, he's going to He's all these contracts, private contracts for everything. He's just going to put his own in place, and just like there we go.
Can't do that.
Oh,
when you become president, you've got to step away from all of your business ventures. You can't be part of them anymore.
He is a business venture.
His name is worth billions of dollars.
It's also worth a punch in the face, but you don't see him getting that either.
There was a protester that tried to.
I saw a picture of that.
Yeah.
I saw a gif instead of Bernie Sanders popping up and then him getting
yeah.
But there's an interview as well, like asking why did you do it, and the guy's like, I just needed to stop him. Just like, yes, you man was going to stop the multiple agents and bodyguards get through the stage.
Bodyguard.
Pardon?
Private as well. They're all his.
Exactly.
Done him.
Enjoying some Doritos there. Oh yeah.
I am. MLG
sponsorship.
I'm living the MLG lifestyle here.
420 believes it.
Do you have a Mountain Dew as well?
Why, yeah, I do.
It also seems like this was a whole joke was scripted.
Fine dining here.
No, it wasn't. The camera's literally just there. But I was in Tesco's. I was like, I need some snacks for tonight's podcast. Doritos is £1. How much is dip? £1. Sold. So the man with £3 in his pocket.
And the Mountain Dew was underneath it as well, wasn't it? Next to the Call of Duty.
No, that was in the next shop.
Oh, so it wasn't like a combo deal.
It sounds like a combo deal. Call of Duty, Mountain Dew, Doritos, all in the same shelf. Yeah,
there you go. That's what marketing for your Tesco. Get on it.
The MLG package.
Comes with free air horn. air horn emoji. DLC for the female one.
Because they have to pay more, apparently.
Yeah.
A girl on the internet doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. We've got to find some form of tampon tax for them.
Oh god.
Like tampon tax.
Alright, I'm gonna get the Skype screen back up because I'm just stuck with a large image of Lisa like.
Do you want to talk about PlayStation? And Xbox and all this crazy stuff?
We already have
PlayStation, which for the last for today, the last few days I've been doing a level 3 food and hygiene course, and today, speaking of PlayStation, they've been in the rooms surrounding me while I've been doing it. Like Sony PlayStation have been in the same building I have on some conference, which they wouldn't say what it was, and they're like, oh, there's PlayStation like everywhere.
Did you try and sneak in?
Of course.
tell us a story. Was it successful? What happened?
No, I'm gonna be honest. The team there were dicks.
Really?
I went up and asked them what was going on. Nope, can't tell you. Confidential.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get
these-
an actual story from you, not.
Can I get one of these pens? No, that's it. It was like, can I have one of these like free things that you're giving away? Nope, sorry, confidential. I was like,
Can I have this free pen? Fuck you.
that's literally it. They're like
that's
so
like-
rude.
Oh.
I'm like, you, like event staff, you are fucking bastards.
Wow.
So, on the topic.
Yeah, so the VR, they've announced the price and all that sort of good stuff.
Oh no, I thought we were talking about the possibilities now of cross-platform play.
Which
So now
which one should we talk about first?
I think people are not interested in cross-platform.
I've
play,
Cross
'cause nobody's a shit
platform.
about VR
Okay.
anymore.
So nobody's bought an Xbox, basically.
Well, no, the figures that I last saw was of the 50,000 units, something like 50,000 units sold in the UK. 31 or 32 of them, like 32,000, are PS4s. PS4 has dominated the sales like ridiculously.
Wow, is that
Yep.
much? Wow.
And I read that a couple of months ago, so I doubt it's changed that much.
So Xbox have come along and said, okay, now you can play with PS4 and PC, and it's just like
Well, they've not. They'd like to. Sony were clever in their response.
Oh,
They
there's
said,
more,
We
is
are, we are happy to talk with developers. They didn't say Microsoft or Xbox.
It's just
Because I believe-
developers.
Yes,
It's different.
developers.
Okay.
Might go
Well,
and talk-
why would the PS2
May-
want to do it?
They may go with
PS2, Sony.
They may do.
We're on
just so
PS4
they
now,
can, like,
Max.
approve their
Oh, four.
dominance. Just so they can prove their dominance. But
It doesn't
Xbox-
benefit them though.
No, it doesn't. It
There's
really
no
doesn't.
reason for them to do it.
It boosts sales of games, which they're all on PS4 anyway, mostly. But it doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, this
Xbox
is
need it.
when I read this,
Xbox
it makes
definitely need it.
no sense. It makes no
Makes
sense.
sense from Microsoft's standpoint. It's like,
Yeah.
shit, we need to boost sales. How do we do that? We'll steal theirs.
Yeah, we don't have a player base because everyone's bought the PS4. So if you want to play with your mates, you have to have a PS4. Well, if we change that, then people will buy an Xbox. But if they do that still, if that marriage happens, what is the reason to buy the Xbox One?
For me,
Halo?
Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3. And I believe there's another game on there
Is it Dead Rising
called
3?
Dead Rising 3.
Okay.
That's literally the only 3 reasons I can think of to buy an Xbox.
It's not just PlayStation, is it? They said they wanted the cross-platform
PC.
between Windows 10.
Well, that's what they're working on in themselves.
Yeah, they're doing that
Which
separately.
I find that ridiculous of going, I'm going to play, I think we discussed this last week actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to play my PC. Sorry, I'm going to play my Xbone for a while. Nah, fuck it, I'm going to play my phone.
Now I need to play my
it's-
Microsoft Surface.
You know, it's like, I get what you're trying to do and it might be convenient, but, you know, it's what the PlayStation TV, like, tried doing and it didn't really
It's also what
particularly work.
the Wii U tries and does, literally, is that device.
Yeah, but that was designed for that, and that actually did work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was actually
That's-
fine with that. But it's when
that's
you're
the
saying,
interesting
I'm
thing
gonna
about
change
Nintendo.
device completely, because that's still the same
Yeah.
device. That's still the Wii U.
Mm.
It's
You know,
almost
and
like
with
when
Nintendo
everyone started
only-
adding motion controls after the Wii did it, and it was built to do that.
Mm.
And now it's like, oh, the Wii U does something else. Better copy that as well, just in case.
I need to dig out my PlayStation Move at some point.
Yeah, for the VR, which needs the PlayStation Move and the camera.
Really?
It needs it.
Oh.
Everyone's
Well,
saying
my-
like, oh,
well,
it
my
needs the
iTunes
camera.
device.
God damn, everyone's like bitching and moaning about the camera, and I'm like, I'm sorry, are you not aware like they need the cameras anyway? Like the Vive needs the camera. The Vive has
Yeah.
two.
Are you not
That's, like,
aware there are
ridiculous.
literally more cameras
I'm-
than people? Just generally. Look at this phone. It's got 2 cameras. Look at that camera. There's 3 cameras in this room already.
Ah.
There's so many cameras. You can probably put... It doesn't have to be an iToy. It can just be a webcam.
Oh, can it?
I'm assuming so. It's a USB device. I don't think there'll be much of a problem. Just
the PlayStation 4 camera. No, it's not. It's a separate input. It's a separate specialized input.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that.
Because it's not quite the HDMI. It's a bit chunkier. It's like, I can't think what it is, but it's like the one on the back of my microphone. Like, I'm not going to unplug it because then I'll go stupid. But it's a different. It's a separate connection. I don't know if it's another connection entirely, like a separate one you can just buy, or if it's just a isolated PlayStation camera one. But it's not one that I'm aware of.
We'll have to fact check that. But it doesn't really matter. It's
got two cameras anyway. The PlayStation.
Apparently, you need the Move anyway, which. There's a bundle with the VR headset, the Move, and the camera, which you will buy all because you'll need it for it to work.
What?
Or I can just dig out my 2 sets of PlayStation Move.
Well, yeah, people have bought it, but I don't think it's as prolific as the PlayStation Move as it is. Like,
it would need a lot of updates for it to work better, because the Move had its issues, whereas it was trying to be the Wii was infrared, so it was a lot more accurate, a lot more stable. The Move was designed on colors and lights, which when you try playing it,
any other light source,
when you need to kind of move more with it, rather than just like whereas it's infrared, you can just tilt and just aim and shoot, whereas with the light you've got to move. The movement style is different. Because I noticed it when I was playing Resident Evil, Umbrella Chronicles, and Darkside Chronicles. They came out first on the Wii and eventually got re-released on the PS3. But my style of playing it on the Wii was very, very stable. You know, I had my hands on my lap and it's very stable on doing it. Whereas doing it with the Move, the style of doing it on that was so much different. I had to do bigger moves to keep so that the actual movement would register.
That's because of the way the Wii remote is actually designed. So what it is it's 2 infrareds on the screen, well, just above the screen, and it's actually a camera built into the Wii remote. And so when you actually move,
I thought it was like an infrared remote.
No, it's 2 infrared pointers. Those sensor bar is actually just 2 infrared dots. That's its reference point. And the camera
I'm looking at mine now, and I'm just looking at a black bar with the shiny bits on the end. I don't know the mechanics of the Wii.
That's why I'm educating you what it is.
I was under the impression that it was just kind of a remote that was always
no,
like an infrared beam. That's what I thought it was.
No, it's literally just two little lights, basically. Those 2 shiny bits are basically 2 infrared lights that are always shining. That are infrared.
But you could stand in the way of it and it will still work. That's why I assumed it's still. Obviously, it can get a bit disjointed, but it works a lot better than what the Move did.
Yeah, and so the camera is in the Wii remote itself, and that's why your tiny movements were actually really good with it, because you holding the camera and it's moving, and its reference points would change drastically because you're moving a tiny little movement on the camera.
The more you know. And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
G.I. Joe.
But no, I like. There needs to be a bit of an update, because the Move is a little bit.
Shit.
Not retro. It wasn't shit, but it had flaws. I mean, I know the Wii patented a lot of what they had. So obviously, you know, they can't come along and be like, bring out the same style of object. But I hope they bring out a better version of the Move. Like, if I can use my PS3 one, great, not a problem. I'll still plug it into my PS3 and play, Resident Evil and whatnot. Yeah. But if there was a slight improvement on like the accuracy and the stability of it, that would be even better. But
I think a firmware update would happen.
Stupid things. It was the most stupid design ever. I love Sony. I'm a Sony hole, to the core. But those PlayStation Move remotes, the actual nunchuck style remote was decent design, but that giant lollipop sex toy looking thing, no. I mean, yeah, okay. If you dropped it, it didn't break, which was good, but no. No, just no.
So the price it's coming up with is $399 American, $349 here.
Is it $349 here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot
That's
cheaper
just
than,
for
like,
the VR.
That's just with the VR headset. I think they'll cost a bit more for the camera and the Move, which I can only assume most people would need to buy.
The camera now is between 50 and 60. And obviously I don't know what the Move will be if they do change it or anything else. I'm just gonna see what the price is now like.
There's obviously going to be.
But looking on this one here, has been announced for October 2016 at $349.99. Looking on like the boxes and the content and stuff. Cables, earphones, more cables, and more cables. So yeah, you will have to get the rest of it. I mean, it's cheaper than what the Rift and the Vive is.
Yeah.
At the moment, like, even though I do love Sony,
are you going to get one?
Lots of the Vive. I'll get one eventually. I think it's very gimmicky, but
that's half the problem. We've not seen games for it really, and that's
the Vive. We've seen stuff for the Vive, and it looks immersive, and well detailed. Where the Oculus Rift looks like you're just wearing a PC monitor.
Okay.
Like, the games might be better, but I'm quite a graphics person. That's my style. That's what I like in a game. A lot of people have different what they want. The Oculus Rift just doesn't have anything for me on that one. But at the moment, it's quite gimmicky. Whether it lives and there's longevity to it is I don't know. I'm intrigued to find out if this might be the new way we're going to. Obviously, I reckon down the line we'll see issues cropping up within people, because there's always this like well-documented story of if you're immersed too much in VR, when does that start affecting your perception on reality? And if you think about it, that's what is virtual reality now. Is this going to actually happen now? Because whereas it's been very isolated, very hard to come by software and hardware, now this is going to be mass produced. Everyone's going to have access to VR now. The stuff that we've seen in the past, like science fiction and whatnot, it's better than what that was. So, we get to see now where this is going to go.
It's not as good as the VR room in Star Trek.
It's like fucking Sword Art Online, where it's like you are in the game.
Remember, it is literally a phone strapped to your face.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's or that.
It's not like the fucking holodeck in Star Trek.
Yeah, it's not that. I'm
not saying it is.
Okay, we're slowly going there, but I think that
will be.
I don't think
in maybe 50 years.
Yeah.
So I reckon at some point we may start to see some things happening from it.
If we get fucking holodecks, and the human race is probably going to just end at that point.
But there was another point I was going to say, and it's like I can't remember what it was now.
I don't know. Like, it depends if people are really interested. Like, I think that's quite a small percentage of the actual player base is actually interested in VR stuff, really, and are willing to pay for that.
It'll definitely it'll take a lot of adjusting to, because it's like I played on some VR stuff back when they brought out a couple of years ago in arcades. There's a few like VR arcade games and there was shit. And
were you in the shuttle thing and it's just like the chair rocks, that sort of one?
No, there was
whoa, that one.
It was an actual game. It was like the graphics were shit. But you stood in like a ring and you were kind of like you moved around and you had you held onto like a gun and you used that. And yeah, it does mess with your equilibrium.
Okay.
And you come out and you're like, wow, your eyesight really does have to get adjusted to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird having something
as well,
this close in your face constantly.
But to your mind, it's not that close.
Yeah,
to what you're seeing, it's there.
I've not experienced it, so I just don't know. So it's going to be one of these things, but I'm going to have to experience it to actually.
Oh, you'll get dizzy from it. I can guarantee you that. Like from the experience I've had of past VR games in arcades. It's quite dizzying.
Yeah.
That's why they
It
were all,
sounds
like
kind
little-
of similar to the issues the 3DS had when it was released.
yeah, where you had to, where the
A lot of people were having eye problems with
headaches.
that because it was the field of depth that people
Yeah.
weren't used to.
because they couldn't fucking see. That's why. But as well, like you got to think as well, like so eventually there'll be a COD for it. We know that.
Has to be.
Here's what I'm thinking now with like the quality of games that we're getting out from like the Vive.
Mm.
This is what I'm saying. It will start to affect people. Is games like COD, whereas we're at a monitor and we're just watching an FPS. When you're playing VR, how immersive is that gonna be to you? Because surely, like, and I've seen some reports of games where they've played it, and it has kind of been another experience. How is this going to impact now on
But
society?
I think you'll have to control the stuff in your hands differently, because we're talking about two sticks here that you do this with, but you want something like a gun, like you could mount like that. You know, that sort of controller would have to come in, and
kind of like
being able to walk around.
This is kind of like a completely different control scheme that you're talking about than people are generally used to.
Mm.
I'm thinking about now the gun attachments that came with the PlayStation Move. The one that came with the Time Crisis game, the giant red light rifle. You can walk around with one.
So I only played with the Wii stuff, so I had the Zapper. The
1 second, I've got one.
Okay.
I'll dig it out at the end.
Okay. So
that's going to be our big surprise at the end.
But as well, like you've got to think like the insults people are going to have now. You'll probably get some. You will get some people that will try and threaten you in game, and it will appear as real to you. That's what I'm thinking now. Where do things change? You know, it's going to change a lot on how game conduct is approached.
Oh, okay. The social structure of how you interact with people is going to change again.
I personally think
maybe, but
COD shouldn't go. I don't think games like that should venture down there. I don't think competitive gameplay should go down there, because then I reckon that's where things could get potentially dangerous. But
in what regard?
This is all my pure speculation here, but that's what I think.
How would it be dangerous? Dangerous to who?
Well, you got to think about it's going to be in your head, isn't it? You're going to think it's there. You see a bunch of people coming up to you, and you're. Let's be honest. We play games, and we get absorbed into a game.
You get this, you get the adrenaline's going.
Reality around you kind of fades away, and you're stuck in a game, and then suddenly you're being threatened as a person. Because don't forget, with the VR, it's in your face. You are in this world now. It's going to affect. You're going to have knee-jerk reactions that are physical as well. If you feel like you're being threatened in game, does that make sense? This is where I say now. Where did it start to affect us as people? I'm all for VR gaming. I like to see where it goes, but then you've got to think about these extra things that do happen, like the online community in competitive games like COD and Halo and whatnot.
But it's already sort of happens anyway, because you do, like, at the end of the lobby, you come in and the other team talks to you, and so you can mute them. You could do the same sort of thing. But this is just a case of people need to, in a way, grow up, and just let things slide, or don't be an asshole all the time because you've got anonymity.
Yeah.
Just because you're anonymous doesn't mean you have to be a dick. It's fun being a dick, but you don't have to be all the time.
You're a dick all the time.
Exactly, but
that's why I have the time of my life. It's just
well, you get what I'm saying. I think maybe socially people might have to progress a little bit from this.
I agree with that.
But you are in no harm, because people go blah 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 blah. You can do the same thing. You just take the headset off. There you go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's not like Sword Art or something where you're in the game. It's literally just a screen.
Don't forget, when you're playing a game, some people do get like that. That's what I'm saying. And as you're so immersed in it, as we've not seen, a few dev kits have gone out here and there, but when it's been mass produced, then we'll find stats on how immersive this really is. And does that make sense? I know what I'm thinking in my head. It's just...
We're getting it. We're understanding it, but I
don't think we'll ever reach
steps
that level of immersion just yet, though. I don't think people will be at that point.
But it's just it, though. You look at, for example, the quality on the Rift, and then you look at the quality on the Vive.
Okay.
It's two different qualities here. And you look at the reactions of people playing it, it is a drastic change.
I think we need to look at it side by side. Do you have a video? Let me have a look quickly, and we'll see like the quality difference because I'm interested as well.
Yeah.
Oculus.
And I will find my
Rift.
gun attachment for the.
And I'll just have a 5-minute break and entertain people.
Hot shot.
How are you doing, guys? Isn't this fun? It's an intermission, so go up and get your popcorn. That was a trick question. You should already have your popcorn prepared before you start the podcast. You failed.
Silly audience.
Like everyone who got up then, you all failed. So, for the VR stuff, is that 349 on top of the base console? Is that including it?
No, that's just the headset pretty much.
So not including the console?
No, you have to buy the console already.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So you have to buy the console.
Yeah.
Then you have to buy the headgear.
Yeah. And then you need the camera, and you also need the Move.
How much is all that? Like what, 800?
Well, it's probably like, so the console is about 250 now, and all that together might be like 450 maybe. There you go. That's how much it'll be.
Shut.
How do you spell Vive? Sorry, Matt.
Vive? Let me just check Steam, because it's the only thing that fucking comes up on the homepage anymore.
Okay, so I'll now go through the gun attachments for such weapons. But I feel like as I'm talking about guns here, I need to get into, a different style. So, Hi there, my name is Stallion Reed, and I'm going to talk to you today about the guns associated with virtual gameplay. Now, we look at the standard Wii U attachment here that came with the House of Dead Overkill. You look at this; it's quite standard. You hold it like that, quite standard. You put the control in top, and bam!
Lock and loaded.
That is your gun for the Wii. Quite standard, piece of shit. But let's move on. Now I have with me a unloaded third-party Venom handgun for the PS3. Now this is quite unruly, quite back-heavy, and personally, it was a piece of shit. Now,
I'm surprised
my personal favorite is this beast here that came with the Time Crisis gun. And I believe this is, if you're going to put virtual reality FPSs on to the PlayStation VR, this is the kind of thing that you'll want to look at. You put the Move in the top, you put the remote in the bottom, and the beautiful thing about this is adjustable stock, bitches. So you can really get into the mode of, like, if you've got your glasses on, like I have, being the typical American gun nut, you can put the gun, rest it into your shoulder, lean into it, lean and grab onto it like that, and be like, bam, 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 motherfucker, I fucked your mom, bitch. Be the American who plays online and then insults players after they are now post-mortemanized, deaded. And that, my friends, this is why I don't have a name for this, but I like to call this Susie. And that, my friends, is why you should vote for Donald Trump, because he will make America white again. Thank you all.
Have some Mountain Dew for that. Well done.
Oh, that was interesting.
So that's the thing I was going to say, not complain, I guess, but discuss is most people now are like most comfortable with like a keyboard and mouse. Is the transition to like an actual fake firearm, is that going to be something people will welcome, or are they just rather, because that actually requires you to physically move? People don't want to do that. They want to go tap tap tap.
Well, the thing about the that's why I think, like, if they want to put FPSs on the PlayStation, and give me, I'll have to grab it again now.
Come back, American.
Stallion Reed here again. If they want to use this, sorry, I'll just put that down now. It's taking way too much room. the way it has there, you got the move on top there, which is where like everything comes from. But you had the control underneath. You had the remote there, which had the analog stick on it. I can't really show you in like.
I can see it. We can see it. See what you mean.
That goes in there. So if you was to have this on an FPS on like PS3, for example, you've got the buttons there. It wouldn't be that hard to incorporate this onto the PlayStation VR if they were going to use it. I think that would be the right road for them to take, unless they can come up with something better. But finding that is a pain in the fucking ass.
Okay, so
I'm just saying, like, just generally, like, the transition, because it's like you're moving from just like twiddling your thumbs to actually physically holding an object and having to move that object around.
I agree. That's where I think this might be becoming a bit more of a gimmick. You know,
because people don't want to do that.
So we've actually got some like gameplay here. The HTC Vive versus versus Oculus Rift at CEX 2016. So
throw it at me, big boy.
Let's go to the main screen.
Oh yes.
And that's in your home. That's something you really have to solve for.
That is another problem they have to solve, and there are a lot of problems. And then again, one of them being software, which we talked about.
10 seconds in, there's a lot of problems.
And while it's fair
so
to
this
say
is
that
the
any of
quality
the demos on these platforms could have been used in your headset. These companies are showing specific demos, and so we can really only say what they have based on what they've shown us.
They've increased
and
the
the stuff I've seen on Vive is much more consistent and impressive at this point. Eve Valkyrie has always been the standout demo on Oculus. But when I was doing things today in the Vive, such as working in this like fake job in an office, manipulating all these objects, and other demos that required a lot of dexterity and movement, it was consistent and it worked the whole time. A few of the demos we did on Oculus, such as Bullet Train, I was picking up a gun and trying to fire it, and it like reversed and was firing at me. I mean, I actually had a lot of calibration issues. That may have been due to the format of the demo in the room, the people who set it up.
Interesting. So we've actually
that's
been
the reality of this.
educated with this video a little bit
here. When an amateur
here.
gets it at home and they need to set it up, how many problems are they going to encounter? And so if that's indicative, from a professional standard, that the Oculus is falling behind, that might actually be the case in the real world.
Okay, so let's pause that there.
Firstly, I'll be honest. From watching that, the Rift has updated a lot on its graphics.
Well, as we said,
I will
they've got
retract that
calibration issues, unlike the Vive. But
if now they're having calibration issues on the Rift.
Yeah.
Because that was the Rift, wasn't it? It was having issues.
Yeah.
I mean, was Rift the first one to?
No, the Vive was the first.
Come out about this.
Pardon? Sorry.
To come out with this whole new concept on platform. The Rift was kind of the first one to be announced, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Rift was the original thing. It was bought by Facebook.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, about that. I mean, like the Vive, I've heard barely anything about it until very recently.
Oh yeah.
And
then you just delve into it, and it's pretty interesting.
I saw it was HTC, and I was like, okay, HTC. I'm not apprehensive. I mean, their first smartphone was abysmal as fuck. In fact, it's down there. I dug it out the other day randomly. It was a piece of shit. But the next one I had, which was another HTC, was a lot better. So they're going in the complete right direction. I mean, I can't quite remember. It's HTC. Is it Korean or Taiwan?
It's one of them. I can't remember.
I think it's Korean. I say that's probably Taiwan now. But either way, they in a short space, they've really upped their game and got on the right track. I'll be honest, they're the nearest rival to Samsung on phones.
Yes,
they're I'd easily consider them close equals, but they've upped their game in such a short time, whereas Samsung don't really know how long they've been in the phone game, to be honest, so I can't really comment. But having been introduced to HTC longer, they've upped their game a lot quicker, whereas Samsung technology, we've been around it probably most of our lives.
Samsung do still do innovative things. They've got the curved screen on the phone that's come in, but go on.
Samsung make fridges.
Yes, have you never seen a Samsung fridge?
What?
Samsung fridges are amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, I've seen them. They are beasts.
Yes, exactly.
When I get my place, I want a Samsung
fridge. Yeah, so do I. They are top-notch fridges.
I was like, that's
fridge and telly, Samsung, I think, is like a must. I have to.
Samsung House.
No, with a Sony TV, let's not...
No, Samsung TV.
No, Sony TV. Sony for me.
Samsung
My
TV.
TV is a Sony. It's my baby. Unless it's that TV that I sent you the link to the other day, last Friday. I think I sent it to you.
I don't have it to hand, but
the 70 grand, 105 5K ultra definition TV.
Oh yeah. So if people could subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/3xfaster, there'll be another link. Maybe someday, Miles, we could get that TV. Yay! It's never gonna happen.
Between the both of you.
No.
We have to share it.
Aaron
We'll have to
doesn't share
split it down the
TV.
middle. We'll have to split it down the middle.
Oh god, imagine playing a split screen on that. You'd still have a bigger section than most of people's TVs.
And probably higher definition still as well.
Oh no, I like, what was it, Resident Evil 5 on split screen. Have either of you two played it on split screen?
I've never played Resident Evil 5 because...
It was a horrendously interesting game.
Or might have seen a bit of it. I
if
think I've seen a bit of it and I was just like, that's shit. This is just
I
shit.
don't know if other games
just left
did this one, but Resident Evil 5, depending on what size TV you played on, was either like full screen was just split in half down the middle, or eventually they had two smaller segments just on top of each other, but split like to the side.
Yeah.
I was like, that's if you did that on that TV, you'd probably have like your own separate TV on the opposite side, and you shout over to each other.
It would be nice. That is cinema grandiose scale though, that TV. It's weird to have a TV that big. You would probably just have like a projector or two. Probably would be a better job.
Yeah, but you don't have the bragging rights of a 105-inch TV.
That's true.
That's dearer than like a lot of cars.
It is.
I would definitely rather have a TV than a car, I'll be honest.
Down the motorway on just a flat screen.
Just ride it like a magic carpet.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Anyway, should we get off VR? Have we excluded all the PlayStation goodness? Let's just talk about games in general. I actually completed.
I'll be honest. Is there any other VRs in the making? Because now we've got the three.
I think it's only those three. You know, I honestly think it's just those three.
VR and the Vive. Is there no other ones at all?
Nah, I think it's just the Vive, Oculus, and VR PlayStation. I don't think there's a Microsoft one.
Not a VR Troopers remake.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No flying cars just yet.
Damn.
Google have their Google glasses. That's their closest thing to it.
Yeah.
But even then, like, once Google Glasses happened, and then the dev versions got sent out, and then we've heard nothing from Google Glass.
Yeah.
From it now.
Probably VR's just taking over. They've gone, oh shit, we could have just put a mobile in front of them, and it would have been the same thing. And they've worked it out. Just gone, oh fuck. I finished Life is Strange finally.
Oh right.
Oh my god, it's amazing. This is a game that we have to play. What the hell are you doing?
I can guarantee that does not work.
Yeah, well done, Miles. Yeah, great. I want to definitely play it again, probably on a live stream, but like with someone else making the decisions, because obviously I've made my choices.
Maybe
That's how
Twitch could make decisions.
Oh my god,
What?
no. Maybe.
What's that?
We could get Twitch to decide which ones to do. Have a voting system.
What, Twitch plays Life is Strange?
Yeah, it'll be really hard, that. It'll be really hard. I think someone will have to intervene somewhere.
You have to do it as like a charity stream or something daft
Yeah.
like
Have a
that.
poll.
But I
every now and
honestly, I think this could be one of these, like,
Because that's I was.
could be one of the
I'm
first
not-
games we play together, because... Have you played it, Miles?
Yeah, I was waiting ages for them to come out.
Okay, so Max hasn't, so it should be Max
Really?
plays it, and we're just on each shoulder beside him, just like
You can play Devil's Advocate.
I know, we just like mock him. Just, are you sure you want to do that, Max? I know, and you like Max. That's the good choice. I'm like, but really, Max, are you sure that's the right idea? That's the stream. That's the first stream.
And then when it gets to the final choice, we just sit there and just stare at him.
Just make it. Press the button. Press the fucking button. Just like Max is just no. so tearing his hair out.
But now you said that, I'm just going to be completely opposite and just play the complete deadpan guy and go, yeah, whatever, fuck you, and fuck you.
No, you wouldn't be able to do
we'll
that.
just kick you off the cast. Kick you off the live stream.
You wouldn't be able to, Max. You wouldn't be able to do it with this game. It's really character driven, and you get invested heavily into it. It's so good, honestly.
Considering we're saturated with Telltale ones,
yeah,
Square Enix pulled out the punches, and they really.
This was one of the best games of that of the year.
I mean, I'm gonna get it on disc at some point.
I got the limited edition. It's got the
I've not seen any
CD
other version
and the art book. The art book's quite nice. So that was I was happy with that purchase. But I finally finished it, and it was well worth.
Long game, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to do like a few, probably
we'll
it'll be five episodes, like we do an episode each time.
When I decide to come visit, we'll put a day aside.
Yeah.
And we'll have a day of Life is Strange.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day, but hey, nothing drink won't solve.
That'll be actually an interesting cast where Max is just sober and we're just like just berating him, like, oh, you shouldn't do. What are you doing? Just mocking him constantly.
What are you doing? That's not the right one.
Don't want to make that choice. Pokken. It's going to come out, Pokken Tournament. Tomorrow. Still not got my copy yet. I thought Game would have delivered it today, but didn't. But tomorrow, I'm going to be... Are you dead? What? Hello?
Come back.
What? Sorry, I'm just...
How are you not hyped for Pokken? It looks amazing.
Crobat's not in it.
Oh...
How the fuck does Crobat work?
You've got Chandelure and Gengar. Deal with it. There you go. Chandelure.
No.
Chandelure.
Oh, have you seen
It's the only one that's like not humanoid, really, except for Suicune.
That's what I mean, though. It pretty much feels like it's just going to be isolated with. Obviously, I know there are different types in this, but it feels very aimed at the fighting type. So it's literally
It's like one fighting guy.
No, there's honestly like two fighting guys.
Oh,
there's
two.
Lucario
and Machamp.
Blaziken sort of.
Blaziken, Machamp, Lucario.
And then Mewtwo goes into Mewtwo X, Mega Mewtwo X.
So Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan aren't in it?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm being honest, that's the most fucked up decision ever.
Well, there's so many, they needed to have
They're
others.
not iconic.
Yeah, you've got Garchomp in there, you've got Gardevoir in there, you've got Braixen in there, you've got Pikachu, and Lombre Pikachu.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are more iconic than Machamp, sorry.
No, Machamp's more iconic than Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Although, to be fair, if you wanted to...
Machamp is the fighting guy.
Yeah.
I feel like if you put Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, you'd just be taking Bruce and Lee out of... Bruce and Lee out of... Not... Oh, actually, I realised what I said then.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce and Lee.
Jackie Chan.
Lee.
Jackie Chan
Tekken and just putting them in that game.
Oh, right, okay.
Actually, no, I meant Bruce, the boxer, and then I meant Lee Wulong, who's my favourite character, who oddly enough actually wears purple as well. You just be putting them in Pokemon pretty much.
Well, it's based on Tekken sort of fight style anyway. More. Well, it's still got the Street Fighter things because you still have your Ultras and stuff and your Supers.
Well, you're always going to have stuff like that.
Well, that's not really. Well, it's not really a Tekken thing, though. That's not really a Tekken thing. That's all
Ultras and Supers.
Yeah, that's more of a Street Fighter
really
thing. That's a Street Fighter thing.
Wait, what did I say? Yeah, it's not a Tekken. It's not a Tekken mechanic.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if they put it in so many games now, they're going to start taking the piss. So
you're not just because it doesn't have Crobat in it, you're not even interested.
You both missed my pun. I'm so upset now. But yeah, I would love. Hang on, isn't Gardevoir in it?
Gardevoir's in it, and it can Mega Evolve.
Quite interesting.
Mewtwo and Dark Mewtwo, whatever.
Dark Mewtwo is Freezer.
Yeah. Chandelure, Braixen. Is it Braixen?
Yeah, Braixen.
Yeah. Got Pikachu Lombre, Garchomp, Suicune, Machamp,
yeah, Chandelure.
Chandelure's the only one that's not really an animal, and that intrigues me how it's going to fight. So I'm going to
I'm like,
see
it's a
how...
fucking chandelier.
Yeah,
You couldn't put a
and I'm going to have to play
that.
that. Gengar looks fun to play. Weavile looks fun to play. They all look good and diverse, and it's what I've wanted to play. Looks. This is literally Pokemon the anime. How you would.
Version.
Pardon? Oh.
I'd much rather have a Digimon because of.
We did.
There's been three of them.
3 times.
3 times of them. 4 times maybe. I think those.
Rumble Arena.
Rumble Arena 1, 2, 3, and the other version of Rumble Arena that died.
Yeah.
I need to get them games.
It's on PS3.
It was literally Smash Bros for Digimon.
Yeah, I think.
How did I not know about this?
How did you not know about Rumble Arena 1 on PlayStation? That was.
Rumble Arena 1 was pretty legit.
It was funny as hell. It was broken as hell.
Yeah.
But it was funny as hell.
If Piedmon's in it, I'll play it.
No.
No.
Fuck it.
Get Blackwall Greymon instead.
Who just Dark Tornadoes everything and wins.
Yeah.
That's all he do.
Just chain Dark Tornadoes together. Win. Because you stun lock them.
I might have to play them now. I'll tell you what, another fighting game that kind of fell off the map. Do you ever remember Virtual Fighter?
Yes, because Ami had Figmas of the Virtual Fighters.
Who did?
Pre-order. Ami.
No idea who that is.
Sort of.
It was Sega's. It was Sega's.
I know King of
It was the very
Fighters.
polygonal ones. They looked very low rendered, very polygonal. But they've had Figmas out this a month ago, and it looked amazing.
I'm surprised you've not, because it's.
Oh yes.
It was very big on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what else is falling off the map? King of Fighters, that just like died.
No, it's not. King of Fighters came out. A new one came out.
Yeah, and it sucked. It had one of the worst releases ever. It was bugged as hell.
It's a fighting game. Enough said.
Are they usually that buggy?
Fighting games generally because of the fast pace. I would assume it's because of the fast pace and the amount of data that goes into it. I assume that might be a reason games are bugging me, but like interfaces sometimes don't work. Like hitboxes are always an issue with them. You know, a fighting game is a fighting game, especially with that style of how they were. Whereas now we're getting on more 3D models. The boxes can be more like they're hitting the body now, whereas like back then it's kind of more that's a square. That makes sense.
Okay, that
From
makes
what
sense.
I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's my guess. But yeah, I can understand there being bugs in a fighting game.
You also need to get on Pokken Tournament because Liverpool.
I'm not spending 50 quid. Oh yeah, I've got to play it at that now, haven't I?
You've got to play at that. Don't worry, you can borrow mine at one point.
And scrub it. So what is it? I'm doing.
It's £40. It's not 50. It's 40, by the way.
Okay, maybe I will consider it.
Okay, good.
But yeah, what was it? So at Liverpool, which is Pokemon Nationals in the UK, if you're not aware of it.
Yeah.
I believe I'm playing Pokken. Rusty, you're doing
TCG.
TCG.
I've got my
and
decks
Maxine,
ready
you're
already.
playing the VGC one, are you?
Yeah, and I'll just do terribly and just bring gimmick team.
Should we talk about our special guest announcement next episode?
Yes, obviously. Well, I was going to segue this into us talking about the film. And then talk about next week's film. Okay, so basically, next week's guest, we're going to have a young and up-and-coming director who's doing a lot of stuff on YouTube at the moment, called Oliver Hollingdale. I've worked with him a few times, good friend of mine, and basically, next week's film, I'm going to spoil it for you now, is that we're going to be watching Judge Dredd, the Stallone version.
Yes.
Basically, Oliver, the director, did a miniseries based off the Dredd film, and I was in that web series with him. He's now working on a new Star Wars miniseries, The War for Galadrad, I believe.
Oh, he's doing that.
Yeah,
I heard about this. Right? Okay.
I think I invited you to the page.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, he's going to be.
That's why I know about it.
He's going to be the guest for our show next week. So yeah, he's a cool guy.
The reason I wanted to drop it now is I wanted to drop that announcement randomly in the show, not at the end, as we discussed.
Segues work. Segues are segues for a reason.
Yeah.
What's the second?
But yeah, next week we're gonna have our first guest, Oliver Hollingdale.
And we'll have probably many more guests to come, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cool. Shall we talk about the film or the miniseries that we watched?
Yes.
So we all watched it, yeah?
Well,
I already explained to Max. I actually only managed to, because I've been so busy this week, I managed to watch. I think it was either the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Excellent.
Okay.
You didn't miss anything.
Probably missed a lot, didn't I?
No.
So Titan AE, you watched that? Just that. That's it again, basically.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Sort of the
that was
plot
it.
of Titan AE
I got
again.
the point. They saw they got chased in one direction, got caught, got chased in another direction. I was like, we've been cornered, and then we get chased in that direction.
And then
we're in a rocket. Now we're gonna get chased in that direction.
Yeah, that's honestly this show, Max. Why did you even put it on there? So I understand why you did it, because is it the same director as Akira, right?
Yeah.
I can tell because the main character looks like Kaneda.
Looks like Tetsuo. Oh, yeah, Kaneda.
No, Tetsuo is the other guy, the guy
the kid, yeah.
that has the little things in his eye like that. Nowadays as well.
Tetsuo's the kid with the psychic powers.
Yeah. I can't.
It was
right. It's a CGI mess. First of all.
I like the animation style.
No, I hate that stuff. It looks, at least it's better than Ruby, which is the worst thing anime thing I've ever seen in my life. At least it's better than that. Have you seen Ruby by Rooster Teeth?
I've not seen it, no.
Good, you've saved yourself lots of time. I'm gonna get so much flack for saying Ruby looks awful, but whatever. I'm allowed my opinion. That's my opinion.
We are opinionated as well as assholes. They go hand in hand.
So, I don't know what even the message of the story is, because the plot doesn't even make sense in the end.
I know, it's really weird. Like
it seems like the reason behind it is non-existent. It doesn't make any sense. The message is a good message of we should listen to our differences and put aside our differences and work together. That's the message in the end, basically. The steps to get to that don't make any sense. Earth has been... there was an accident on Earth where a space station hit Earth and wiped it out, they think. And the people on the moon are fine. There's a colony on a moon.
But oddly enough, they can't see Earth.
Yeah, because I think they're on the other side.
On the other side of the moon.
Yeah. So there's a fake projection of the Earth on there as well. So the Eden's tricking. So the colony Eden is tricking everyone, thinking the Earth's gone, but actually it's not gone.
Because they're in an enclosed facility, aren't they?
Yeah, they're colonies.
I was gonna say surely on the rotation you'd still see Earth at some point, but then I remembered no, they're enclosed, and when they go out to do community work, they come back just in time, funnily enough.
Yeah.
So they won't actually see Earth.
Well, there's actually no rotation of the moon. The moon actually rotates the same time as it goes around the Earth. So,
I thought the face changed depending on where you are.
No, the face is always the same. It does that. So they are on the dark side of the moon. That's what it's called.
Dark of the moon.
Dark.
Which means they're near the Transformers.
Yes.
Maybe
we keep on just circling back to Transformers.
That's why we have an ongoing theme every week.
It's amazing. For some reason, there's a race at the start because we need to get the Akira. There's lots of Akira skids everywhere. Akira skid. Akira skid.
5Ds. I was just thinking 5Ds.
No, well, it's from the same director as Akira, so you see a lot of that sort of thing. It's just again.
You've never seen Akira?
Right, fucking hell. We should have watched Akira first. Oh my god. Akira's amazing.
But now I'm going to appreciate Akira more.
Have you watched Ghost in the Shell?
I said this at the start of the season. My anime.
Literally, now we have to put all these animes on the list just for Miles.
No, because I'm going to find them anyway. I've got I think I've got an Akira purchase somewhere. Just haven't got around to watching it.
Okay.
I am going to go out my way and watch them at some point.
But anyway, so the message of the story is when you find a girl, make sure you travel all around the world to get some poontang, because
if you see some girl's picture, you better stalk her until you find her.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Isn't that what Facebook's for?
So really, it's just a message about Facebook.
The CGI, do you know what really frustrates me? There were actual hand-drawn people in the background sometimes.
Yeah.
And then the main characters are all CGI. I was just like, these people at the background look so much better than this CGI bullshit that's in the foreground.
My taste, I prefer that style, because as I'm watching Naruto, I'm getting so frustrated with it, because at the start, the animation of that was great. The fight scenes work with that CGI because it's clearer. You can see stuff happening. Whereas you get to the later arcs now in Naruto, you're getting really lazily drawn sequences now, like the pain face, which I'm sure you've seen on Facebook, where this guy's face is stretched all the way back because he's moving so fast. But someone paused it on this one frame, and it looks ridiculous.
So it's Dragon Ball Super all over again.
I never watched Dragon Ball. I couldn't get into it. I thought it was shit.
Super's new. Super's like still going now.
Oh, is that the?
That's the new season.
The new one.
Yeah, screw that.
Where there's been some questionable production values there.
Oh yeah, because I've seen pictures and you're like, yeah, Ryan Reynolds' daughter could have drawn something better, and that would have got on the fridge.
Let's circle back to Freedom.
So I don't understand why it's CG. Like, I don't feel it really adds anything to the
I think it's just they wanted to try something different. You know what would have been nice? You know the opening that they have? And it's like a very manga pop art style.
Yes.
CG. If that was what it looked like, that show would have been interesting and good to look at. Except it's not that, and it looks terrible. And the mouths... It's very badly dubbed.
Clearly dubbed, yes.
Yeah, it's very clearly dubbed for a Japanese audience, because they managed to actually do the perchings of the lips and stuff, and the
really
better
a lot of times I
movement.
noticed some of them were literally going.
No, not in this. Not in this. It's the actually.
There's a few scenes I saw it, and it was.
It's a better mouth movement than.
Yeah.
There's better mouth
more
movement
than
than that.
Mouth movements.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The best mouth movement in any anime has been Kakashi's behind that mask. That's like the best, because it's probably the closest thing we'll get to actual true mouth movements, rather than just going like a goldfish.
I've never. What?
Basically,
his mouth's covered. I don't get.
His mouth's covered. Yeah, but the movements in that look better than him just
Surely,
if he didn't wear it.
Hang on. Isn't Optimus Prime's mouth movements the best mouth movements?
He has mouth
He's got the
movements.
big mask.
Yeah, it moves up and down like that.
Yeah.
I've never noticed, but now I'm gonna watch it now.
This isn't in the movie. This is in
The 80s
Gen
show.
1
Yeah.
show.
Oh, okay. Okay, here's a question. Since Transformers keeps coming up, you know, what was your favourite incarnation of the TV series?
Beast Wars Transformers!
Well, Beast Wars is G1.
No, he's on about the CGI Beast Wars, I'm guessing.
Beast Wars
Yeah,
Transformers.
Beast Wars was G1.
No, it's
No, it wasn't.
I wouldn't call
It is.
Oh,
They
no, it's
fucking
set in that.
find the art.
No, sorry. Yes, it is set in that universe, but I wouldn't say it's G1. That is its own bit.
Yeah, I was on about the 90s one. The 90s terrible CGI one we're on about, yeah? Just to clarify.
Terrible.
Beast Wars Transformers.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No, that's amazing.
It's
By
not
made by Mainframe.
best
What's
one.
terrible is Transformers Armada
What?
with the
Alright.
little kids.
I will get round to you. I will get round to you in a second.
Wow. So hang on. So Aaron, Beast Wars, yay or nay?
It was alright.
So Matt,
didn't
okay.
mind it.
Armada, yay or nay?
Yay.
I think Aaron might be some from a Bizarro universe where Beast Wars was terrible and Armada was good.
I'm watching it now. I'm trying to recall it in my head, and I can remember enjoying it. But I look back now and think, would I still enjoy it?
There was also
Beast Wars
another
is
something.
CGI.
There was another bit in between
Who was
Armada,
that? Right. Who
which was
who
also awful.
Cybertron or Energon.
No.
Energon was the one.
No. That's after Armada. There's a Japanese one that got
all
dubbed.
Japanese.
Well, sorry, that had like another team of
so
kids,
Japanese
and
where
it's
you
not
said-
Armada, and it was also terrible.
Energon, Armada, Energon, and Cybertron were all like a mini.
Yeah, but there was
that was the Energon trilogy.
It's really weird. There's another one. There is literally
Are you
another
talking
one.
Disguise?
the anime one where it had
Robots in Disguise.
Yes, I think
no,
it might
I know
have been that.
I know which one you mean. No,
But Galvatron's a fucking hand.
I don't remember. I
think
remember
it's
there's a
proper like
train
an anime
episode. There's a
style one.
fucking. It looks like generic anime.
Oh, there's a
yeah, I
there's a
know
train
which one
to
you
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Three trains.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Robots in Disguise.
Yeah, that was
I was
shit
like,
as
I
well.
know- that was terrible because I remember watching it and because Starscream gets an upgrade and he references his other incarnations and other
Yeah, he
forms.
mentions Thundercracker.
That's it. Yeah, I was gonna say Cracker something. I can't remember what it was. I mentioned Thundercracker. I look like Thundercracker.
Yeah, the weird thing is, there was like literally after those series, you just took Transformers off Japan. It's like you can't have this back until you've learned what you've done, and that's trying to turn Transformers into Sentai.
But I loved Armada.
Yes.
I'm trying to get all of Armada on DVD. Because okay, it started off a little bit interesting, but when they went like into space and the fights properly begun, when all the supporting characters came in, like
No. That was CGI drawn, CGI anime looking bullshit.
Yes.
All that.
No, I enjoyed it. When you got like when Tidal
Hate it.
Wave came into it and Jetfire came into it.
But
you
the
know,
animation is so stilted.
I never really was bothered by it. But when it went up into space and the story got interesting and like when they all got the palette swap and Megatron became Galvatron.
But Beast Wars is such an amazing story, and
I'll be honest,
And it
I'll
has
have to
characters.
Yeah, Starscream didn't have a character in Armada.
No,
character
because it's a
that was
fucking
amazing.
copy paste from the one from G1.
It's amazing. He, where he, has a face turn and then gets devastated. I remember watching it, and I was upset when they killed off Starscream.
But there's nothing compared to when Dinobot dies. And it's actually
Dinobot dies.
dramatic.
Dinobot dies.
He dies defending the human race.
Who was Starscream in Beast Wars?
Well, Pterosaur kind of was, but they killed him off because nobody fucking cared about it.
The Dinobot was the Starscream.
No, Pterosaur was, because he's always plotting to get Megatron.
Oh yeah, he was doing that. I think they sort of split the character.
Dinobot actually wanted to take over.
I was going to look it up.
Not to be the leader because he thought Megatron's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But Pterosaur's like, I want to be the leader. Ha ha ha.
And then he became a joke most of the time after that. He's just like, he blows
then he
up.
died. And that was great.
Yeah.
Predacon, that's who it is.
And then Waspinator was around, and that was the best.
The Predacon.
The Beast Wars had a really good, it had good comedy and it had good drama, and it had a really good balance between the two.
Yeah.
The CGI now is very dated, but
for the time,
considering when it was made,
Mainframe
Yeah.
was amazing. Mainframe Entertainment at that time with the CGI was amazing.
yes, it's still very watchable today. Like if you can excuse,
I'll probably give it
CG.
another go. I'm just trying to find out which one it was.
Which one? What was?
In Beast
I can
Wars.
probably tell you. Beast Wars. It's just Beast Wars.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find what he was called in that.
Who?
Or Pterosaur.
No, he was just Starscream. Was one of Galvatron's most loyal minions in Beast Wars 2.
Oh, Beast Wars 2. Yeah, Beast Wars is the fuck. That's the animated
Japanese
stuff.
thing. That's not
Yeah,
canon.
Pterosaur is the one you're thinking of. He's the red pterodactyl. Because he actually sounds like Starscream, kind of.
And there's Beast Machines. Are you thinking of Beast Machines, which is the sequel to Beast Wars? Where they
Which
actually go
nobody
back.
talks about because it was fucking terrible.
They had a random.
Everything was random.
Plus with
Yeah.
Armada, that last episode was pretty amazing. Mortal Kombat. That was a pretty damn good episode.
Was it?
What, the fight between Prime and Galvatron? Yeah.
It
was
looked like a really bad
blood.
PVZ ripoff.
See, I didn't watch Energon Cybertron fully. I just watched clips
Well,
randomly.
the last
And I was
episode
just like,
of
no,
Energon was
not
good.
watching this.
Basically, they're in Unicron. They've destroyed. Is it Sideways? Sideswipe? The bike?
Sideways, yeah.
Sideways, yeah. They've destroyed him, and basically now Unicron's falling apart, and Megatron goes at the end of it. Well, we've done Unicron. There's only one thing for us to do now. We've got to go back to it. And they're like, yeah, we kind of have to now.
And they make out.
Basically, yeah, it's like we've got to destroy each other now, so Unicron's gone.
We have to.
So they end up having a fight, and they're proper like cutting each other up, shanking each other, ripping each other a bit. The music in that episode, like, oh my fucking god, proper epic for the fight. And it's just like they're proper like ripping each other through walls, oil and blood everywhere. It's a brutal episode.
We're going to
Like,
watch this and you're just going to shake our heads and go, this is terrible.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because you just mentioned all that, but is it better than the fight between Megatron and Optimus in the movie? Where they actually are falling to bits?
Yes, because they do in Armada.
Yeah, but Armada's more like over-dramatic DBZ fights, which Transformers oddly doesn't really lend itself to.
Well, we'll let him watch it. I'm pretty sure we'll put it on watch together at the end, and we'll come back to the issue next week.
Yeah.
But imagine
Be
like
an ongoing theme.
Imagine like the epic fight on Revenge of the Sith. Imagine the Obi-Wan Anakin fight while the Death Star attack's going on at the same time. Imagine that kind of episode. That's what it is.
Just sounds like a mess.
But there's no drama because the robots, they can just fly out the ship. So it's not like they're going to die. It's like, oh, I'll just fly out and we'll be fine because I can survive in the vacuum of space.
This is what made me laugh as well. They're all like ships, and a lot of them are like jets, but they all have spaceships.
Well, yeah.
You don't want to use your own fuel. Why bike somewhere when you can take the train? Come on, that's what it is, basically.
Why walk when you have a bike? Why bike when you have a car?
Yeah.
Why car when you have a train?
Yeah,
Why train when you have a plane?
Well, growing up watching that, it always made me laugh when it's like, this is what you want. And it throws a matrix of leadership. I was like, that's a fucking championship belt. Like, John Cena will come and take that off you at any second.
Let's actually go back to Freedom Project, which we all watched.
Oh, is that what we're watching?
Yeah.
I thought we were watching
So,
Transformers.
talking about playing your hand of emotions, this is every episode is like had plays of, oh, this is a shocking thing, oh, this guy's going to sacrifice himself. You literally know about it for like this person. He's been on the screen for like 5 minutes tops. You don't care. Did you feel like that? It felt like it needed double the episodes to actually like do anything
Yeah, it was quite
emotionally.
short, but it was progressing quite quick.
Yeah.
Alan. I liked Alan. He's a good character.
Alan's the old man. Yeah.
Aramaki, I like that character too. I watched Ghost in the Shell as well. He's a good, literally looks like the character and is voiced by the same guy.
Yeah. Also, it's like the main antagonist, or he might not be the main antagonist, but at this point, I'm going to assume he is. Is that Dan Green? Is that Yugi Moto's voice?
Ooh.
Oh, I was hearing Dan Green. I can't remember who it was though, but it was Dan Greeny.
It's not on his IMDb, or it's not on any of the pages. I can't find him.
Is he the guy with the nose strip?
The blonde hair.
Oh, the blonde hair guy. Oh, yes, I know who you mean now. He's in it for like 2 episodes, and that's it, or 1 episode.
Okay.
So
I wasn't too sure, but I was like, because I can't
so
find
it
it
is
on...
literally a cameo role.
I didn't know if he was going to be a bigger character in the future episodes. That's Yugi
honestly,
Moto.
this show progressed so much. There's a time skip nearly of those episodes that you see, like 3 episodes on Earth. That takes apparently that's like
months,
years.
Yeah.
2.5 years pass in that amount of time.
Anime's like having like 2-3 year time skips.
It's so they can change characters and sell more merchandise.
Yeah.
Well, why is it just 2 or 3 years? Why is it never long?
Because if it's 2 or 3 years, they can justify having a big change.
If it's longer, the characters also wouldn't look as... You can slightly age them, but if you age them too much, they're not relatable anymore.
Like that when Nami's tits grew like fucking 5 times bigger in 2 years because of the One Piece time skip.
Oh, One Piece. Okay. I was thinking, who's Nami? Nami. I feel I should know that.
So it overplays its hand constantly of this is an emotional part, but you have no emotional investment in some of these side characters that sacrifice themselves. It's just like, okay, whatever. The plot doesn't make any sense. Just because. So let's actually talk about the plot. So Earth gets sort of plunged into nuclear winter, but then recovers in the space of what I can only assume is 50 years.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And Eden doesn't want to. Who are the human race? Don't want to help Earth after, even though they have literally seems like dozens of rockets that have terraforming materials and engines on them. Because we can't risk them becoming better so they could destroy themselves again. It was a fucking accident on a space station that fell onto Earth. How was that bad? It wasn't really... You can't really blame them for that. It doesn't make any sense. This is the argument presented as why they shouldn't have it. And then there was a coup as well because of all this. Because an Earth girl arrived on this colony. That girl. They find that girl. That's what we're talking about. He travelled all that way. He travelled thousands of miles for that poontang.
He's got the poontang. Now he's taking it back home with him.
Yeah, to show him, to show everyone he's got the poontang.
He's proving it now.
Yeah, showcasing her off. Wasn't it funny how I don't know what the other guy that was on the ship that went to Earth. What's his name? Max.
Oh God.
Whiny kid.
Yeah, whiny kid.
Whiny kid. They're going. He's got a girl now.
Kid. Yeah,
he's got a girl now, and it's like that doesn't look like a girl to me.
Yeah,
she's older, and she doesn't look like a girl. I wouldn't touch that. Honestly, yeah. Shrug my shoulders.
It was good. I just said it was something to. What?
Thank you, Max. That was something to watch. Thankfully, we're watching Judge Dredd next week because, my God.
Oh God, that film was amazing.
I hope you have a wheel ready, Russell, when it's just filled with Judge Dredd.
Of a wheel ready of what? Oh, just I am the law.
Just Judge Dredd. So what's next week? Oh, it's Judge Dredd. No?
You chose a bad one anyway. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what.
Oh,
the wheel of choices.
The wheel.
No, I've not set that up. We've already picked. It's already been done.
That's what I'm saying. It should have just been a wheel full of Judge Dredd.
Oh, that would have been funny, and that would have been a set-up joke. Yeah, we didn't think about this. No one told me to do this, so it didn't happen, did it?
I just eat.
My head's
so I'll just do it now. I'll bend to your wills, Maxon, in the middle of the show and prepare everything beforehand.
Look, you might look like Jesus, but last time I checked, I ain't a Christian.
Yeah.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
No.
That's a lie. That's a dirty lie.
We'll check that in a couple of months. How was your Easter egg?
I don't eat chocolate. I don't get Easter eggs. I don't eat mini eggs either. I don't eat hard shell candy, or like chocolate coated thingy candies. I don't eat them, and I don't eat chocolate.
Are you on a diet or something?
This guy doesn't like. He likes Armada and he doesn't eat chocolate. I'm getting suspicious now.
Is he a robot? Is he actually human? I think. Is he a lizard person? Are you a lizard person?
Shit, my plan is working. No, it's like I will eat chocolate, but I don't go out of my way to just go get chocolate. I don't really bother about getting chocolate, if that makes sense.
So if you were like at the petrol station,
if I'm in a shop,
you wouldn't randomly pick up a chocolate bar.
I'd be like, oh, I like caramel. I will eat a caramel bar, no problem. Oh, there's a caramel bar there. I'll have a caramel.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I could really do with some chocolate right now. It doesn't bother me. Most Easter eggs get melted.
Well, shut up and eat your Doritos.
What?
Shut up and eat your Doritos. So, Maxon, how did you actually find this random anime that's awful? That
We literally saw it in, I think it was just like a shop, like probably like VHS or something.
So basically, you just did what
That's
I
the
did.
guy did Akira. It's got. to
show
be
me
good,
the
right?
cover, because the cover is interesting, because it
Show
looks
me the
like
cover.
about some.
Show me the cover.
It looks like this war-torn
Akira.
Akira
like
sort of
Akira.
thing, yeah, but
Yeah.
with space, like
Yeah.
Apollo stuff.
That's what
What's
the
wrong with
back
that? Space makes anything cooler.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I thought. But
Look at
apparently
Earth.
it
Space is
doesn't.
so
It
much
doesn't
better now
have
that we know
work.
it's there.
Apparently, it doesn't work in this.
No.
But space is so much better now that we know it's there on Earth, because now we know we can go somewhere if this doesn't work out.
What do you mean, this podcast?
No, just this planet.
Oh, right. I thought you meant that this podcast doesn't work, we can all fuck off.
That's what I'm saying. Earth just seems so much better knowing that we can just bugger off into space. Fuck this, guys. I'm going home.
Honestly, that was
Wherever planets are.
one of the worst things I've ever watched. I was sort of getting into it, and then it just sort of it sort of has all the
does,
generic
doesn't it?
stuff. It's very. Some things are just a bit generic and cliche as well. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is generic and
You want
cliche,
something
and
bad.
it's sort of like it could work, and it's missed.
No.
Oh shit.
You want something bad? Maxon, have you seen 0091?
0091.
Oh my god, that's my replacement for Judge Dredd. 0091. No,
Right.
the short
Okay.
series. It's like 12 episodes.
Okay.
Oh no. It's gonna be
Yeah,
bullshit.
0091.
Oh.
We can't replace Judge Dredd. It's relevant for next week.
No, we're watching. That's
I'm
his
replacing Judge
pick.
Dredd
Oh,
after
right. I
that.
see,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I think. Oh, should we rate it? I'm going. It's balls.
I'm gonna go balls deep balls.
Balls
Oh,
deep
wow.
balls. Okay.
I will say it's Spaceballs.
It's Spaceballs. Okay. So is that good or bad?
Bad.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's dodgeballs, but then I realised that's actually quite a good film.
Yeah.
That film was.
I would
great.
not recommend it. I think I'd be interested to like do an actual review of it just to show you how
I would be interested to see
randomly
if
cliche it is.
there was like an original story and things got cut or things got added.
That's what it feels like. It was a big series, a big OVA series that's going to last a few years because it lasts it took 2.5 years to make. It sounded like.
Yeah.
And suspiciously, it was 2.5 years in their time as well. So it sounds like a lot of just stuff was just cut.
I'm interested to see if there's anything worse.
Oh,
there's loads of.
Oh,
things.
yes.
There's a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. We just haven't because
I could have
I
sworn
hate
you said
everything.
Death Note was.
Kind of just, what?
I thought you said Death Note a second ago.
No.
No, I hate everything. Pretty much is. Ganda got almost copyright on bad films at the moment.
Well, I watch Red Letter Media, and there are some atrocious films on that. The Wheel of the Worst, the Best of the Worst. There's some proper shit that has been made.
Like, this is at least you can watch this as a story and as something to watch. There are some things that do not function as a story.
And on that bombshell.
And on
Boom! Please edit Massive X. Please edit explosions next week.
I really can't be bothered. That is not going to happen. I am ill. This is just going up straight up as it is. There's going to be no edits to this piece of shit.
Yeah, there is some edits at the start.
There is going to be some. There may be mild edits. Thanks for watching. I was Raptor Slevin, also known as Russell, also known as Rusty. Now that I've been
I don't know who
dubbed.
Slevin is. I just know Rusty.
I thought you were Rusty, also known as Russell, also known as Raptor Slevin.
All right, who do you think is Prince now? Prince with all these bloody names.
Separated
Rusty
Miles
Prince known as Russell.
has been amazing as always. Maxon has been amazing as always. Thanks for watching. Do you guys need to plug anything for this show?
Plug. Instantly, I just went butt plug.
Miles needs a butt
Oh,
plug.
actually, I need to plug in my laptop. That's just come up.
Da, 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 da.